I need to go to the Hollow Hex.
Takes all of that information and just fucking ignores all of it.
I'm with you. I would.
Welcome back to Wicked Initiative. We're going to continue on our epic adventure that we've begun. Let's do a little recap. Obviously, Nixel is back with us, and Ares is unfortunately out this session. So it's good to have you back, Nixel.
Good to be back.
So yeah, you guys, we started out after combat had happened against these kind of large, scary-looking lizard/dragon type being with large daggers that are just coated in saliva, like paralytic saliva. You guys were immediately sort of trying to plan a quick response to this doesn't look good for the guards that are arriving any second, and you guys managed to sort of talk them down. You do find a bit of some of that drug that was a bit off, a bit strange. You head back towards the raised roof, where Bosco gets a call from Darley, saying, "Oh no, there's a big dragon!" You guys head over there real quickly, and you find a large black baby dragon in Bosco's home, with these beady, green, devilish-looking eyes. Bosco has an episode in the middle of the night, doesn't sleep too well, he wakes up exhausted. You guys head back to the raised roof as Vithak and Bosco told you to, or warned you. You're not quite sure how to feel about it. In the morning, you guys met back up, had some croissants, Bosco's fave.
Some meat.
The morning bakery is just wonderful in Port Vishar. You guys have a bit of a discussion. There's a little bit of tension. You guys are trying to figure out one another a little bit, kind of questioning one another for information that all seems to tie too closely together. As you sort of finish up this conversation, you guys start to head out and head on towards the town hall, as you had already known that you were supposed to meet with Macy Shadowmouse. As you get to the town hall, you can see some hatred in a couple of places for the Crow's Vigil, the Lizard Folk. They're calling for recuse of the magistrate as well. A couple of political standpoints that are being taken in front of the town hall. As you guys enter, the lizard folk obviously get insulted a little bit, in which Gax likes to tease, and sort of fucks around with the guy who's taken to the stacks. You guys head in. After a while, you guys finally make it up into the office of the magistrate. However, before, in the hallway, you did meet one Korik Blackraven, who conveniently paid you for whatever services you did to Inago. Well, he didn't, but he had Macy do it for him, put it on his ledger. You guys head in, and you're given a contract. Basically, the scope of the work had to do with finding out information about a particular individual named Foxfire, who is being kind of set into the light of wanting to take over the magistrate's position, or replace her. She offers you a handsome amount of gold, 500 gold pieces each, for going to his residence or figuring out what is going on within House Greywither, what they are planning, how to deal with the riots that are going on, all of this information. Bring it back in a timely manner, and you'd get paid. You guys end up taking the contract, and you start to head out, and that's where we left off in our last session. So, where do we go from here?
Are we leaving the magistrate's office?
Correct. She has bid you adieu, and you guys had already started to walk out into the hallway once more.
Am I back at this point?
You were there for that last part.
Yeah, you got back.
Yeah, you were back. Yeah.
Remember the little boy was like, oh.
Oh, that's right. Oh, the boy, yeah.
Yeah, you're
Previously on.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember.
I would like to go find this Mr. Foxfire.
I think we should take a second and kind of collect our possible avenues here. We have a few different things we've been tasked with in the last 24 hours. Right. So, and correct me if I'm wrong, we have the wildlife that Bosco, you still want to go see, I presume.
No.
You don't,
No,
you don't want to see
not
that
after
anymore?
500 gold has been offered to go get Mr. Foxfire.
Okay.
Capture him, get more
does
information.
Darcy, I'm assuming Darcy still wants that.
Or, that's not the right voice.
Take hostage.
Yeah, well, no.
Right, so we have that. Darcy's still asking about that. I'm assuming. We have the halflings who are encroaching on lizard folk land because they cannot get much farther than Port Vishar because of the wildlife. And then because of the civil unrest, because they're encroaching on to the lizard folks' land, the magistrate is anxious about a potential, maybe not a coup, but an overthrowing of her. I feel like if we go speak to Lucius, who is the captain of the guard, right, for the magistrate,
Yep.
About the order to kill these wild boar, not only will we do a favor for the magistrate, do a favor for Darcy, and alleviate tensions at least a little bit, because it'll allow the halflings to venture further out and settle instead of encroaching on the lizard folk.
I need to go to the Hollow Hex.
Takes all of that information and just fucking ignores all of it.
I'm with you. I also want to go to the Hollow Hex. I think we should just make a stop to Lucius. Is Lucius on the way? Is Hollow Hex on the way to Lucius?
So, the best you know is that there were two barracks,
Yes.
which were near the harbor side,
Okay.
one on each side.
Disregarded.
You have no information otherwise of where Lucius would be. It is possible that he's not in the barracks at all and that he's actually on duty doing something.
Damn it.
This went
Can we
from
go back
get
up and
shit on
talk to
episode to shopping.
Should we go back up and ask where Lucius would be? We never did. She just said the barracks. Would she know? Would the magistrate even know where he is at this moment? Or where he's stationed?
Our only option now would be to ask.
I would like to go ask. I'm gonna go ask her. I'm gonna go politely. Hello, magistrate.
You knock back on the door. Yeah, come in.
Hi, I'm sorry to take more of your time here, but did you mention where Lucius could be found?
He could be in many places. He's very busy, especially with the events that have been surpassing. He's trying to maintain the riots mostly. Your best bet would probably be to ask the guard.
Okay. Well, should we just ask
Because they receive all
should
their
we
orders
ask
from him.
for Lucius, or should we ask for the captain on duty?
Either or.
Okay. Thank you, Magistrate. Close the door.
Before he closes the door, Dax's tail kind of like stops it. Where would I find Applefoot? Mr. Applefoot, right? Yeah.
Probably in the refugee camps.
I
Just
say
outside town.
I say a quick sorry to Gax for kind of closing the door on his tail. My bad.
It's okay.
Good day.
Good day. I close the door, come back down. That was no help. So, I say Hollow Hex it is.
We could make a stop there, yes. Seems like a good plan, and then we can go on from there.
We might be able to grab a guard
On the way.
on the way, yeah.
Good idea.
So you guys are headed towards the Hollow Hex?
With an eye out for a guard.
Oh yeah, you'd be able to find one
Yeah.
very easily. They're all over the place in this town, sort of like center.
Okay.
So you walk up to one of the guards.
Yes.
He's in his like normal kettle helm, with the brigandine armor. Yes, can I help you all?
Hello. Macy sent us looking for Lucius, the captain, on duty. Do you know where we could find him stationed today?
He's probably dealing with all the events that happened last night. So he's probably doing some paperwork in barracks.
Which one? Do you know?
East side.
East side. Thank you very much for your time. You got that? Yeah. Is the Hollow Hex in that direction? Is it in the opposite direction?
It's in that direction, yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah. You would have seen it walking past on this main strip. It's not too far.
Okay.
But it would be in the general direction that you were
So you say we're
already
gonna, if we were to go to the barracks, we would pass the Hollow Hex?
Yeah.
Okay, then we should go there first.
Because otherwise you're going to be weaving in and out of townhouses all over the place. It's just easier to follow the main street
Yeah.
that everyone kind of like uses for trade.
As we're leaving that guard, I hand him two silver pieces.
For your time.
Oh.
Most gracious.
Thank you.
As you guys sort of head towards the Hollow Hex, I'm assuming, yes?
Yes.
You see, as you approach, you see this hexagonal-shaped store. There's a small section off to one side that looks like it's big enough for a bedroom. Again, it's just beautiful black and dark wood. In front of it, there's a couple of like small bushes that are just like teeming with yellow, blues, reds, purples, all sorts of colors of flowers. You see there's a little kobold over there sort of like using a water bucket to keep them all healthy. It's one story with kind of like this red clay roof like the others, but it's got kind of like a mossy look on top. Very aesthetic, I suppose. Like, so yeah, as you sort of walk in, you see the sign for the Hollow Hex. As you approach the door, you see the kobold sort of like looks up to you guys and is just like, "Go in."
Yes.
Flicks his hands and the door just opens before you. Inside, you see that there's kind of like a small ledge on the inside of the door, about 10 feet of a ledge, and then it goes all the way around. And then there's a giant hole in the middle of the store. As you walk in, you see another kobold wearing kind of like butler garb. He's got the little top hat. You can. It smells of like mahogany and cedar, but it also has this aragar. What is a smell that you dislike?
Oh, what is the smell that Arga dislikes?
Beaver musk, right?
No, he imagines it's probably like a desert animal, like maybe something like a camel in this world. That's like the odor that
Like
they
a
have, like a
camel musk.
yeah.
A nasty toenail smell?
Pheromone, a nice pheromone.
So yeah, it's a little bit of like a musky mahogany and cedar, kind of like a wet forest smell.
Ew. You started out so nice with mahogany.
As soon as I enter in, you guys hear. Gross.
Gax is not phased.
As you get closer, you can see that there's a 50-foot drop down to the ground. And along the whole inside of this drop, you see just magical objects and scrolls in it. And you can see that there's also what look to be kind of like posts that are poking out everywhere. And as you notice this, well, hey, welcome to the Hollow Hex. My name is Jagriti. Here, take these. You will need them. Please return them to me on exit. And he hands you what looks to be these small leather loops. He goes, these are enchanted with a levitate spell. You'll need them to traverse this door. He hands each one of you
Like a bracelet?
kind of like a bracelet, like a leather loop
Yeah.
that would wrap around your hand.
I inspect it a little bit, kind of admiring the magical nature of it, and then place it on my left wrist.
Cool. So yeah, what are you guys doing in here? You can see down below. There's also on the ledge. There's also a small kind of like checkout kiosk area, and then at the bottom you can see what looks to be a tall woman she has this reddish brown hair, very large spectacles, and she's wearing this beautiful dark blue gossamer gown.
What is it? What was the kobold's name?
Jagriti.
Jagriti. Yeah.
I am the butler of this estate.
I turn to them and I ask, Can we pick up the magic components ourselves before we purchase, or do we have to request them?
Well, sure, you can pick them up.
And I start to walk around. And
By the way, this is down there is Lenore Paxby. She is the owner of the Hollow Hex. If you have any questions about any of the magical objects, feel free to ask.
As he continues to finish what he's going to say, but before I start to walk off, I stop, but I don't. I'm just listening, and then I keep moving after he finishes.
Nice.
I give a little thank you to Jagriti.
Yes, Jagriti.
I give a thank you to Jagriti as I head towards the shopkeep.
Excellent.
Gax hands the bracelet back to Jagriti. I just want to look at the flowers. And then I turn around and I leave.
Actually, you know what I do? I do stop and I turn, and I'm going to look to see what Zarzaros does.
Zarzaros is a bit uncomfortable. Do I have to put this on?
Unless you want to jump. It's a lot easier to use those than it is to use your musts. And he shows off his less than average bicep.
Does he flex or does he go?
It's like the Popeye muscle.
Exactly.
He does one of these. looking up exotics.
He's posing.
At that, Argar laughs and then starts to shop around.
Well, thank you. And Zardos will put the band on and
Ooh, you curse now!
very funny.
Cool. So yeah, you guys can float around in the shop.
I want to talk to the shopkeep directly.
Sure. You float down.
Lenore.
I would like to follow.
You two float down to Lenore.
I'm gonna
Paxby.
just basically shop around. I'm basically looking for the components I need for spells. These are not like things that require money. I'm just doing it kind of because it's interesting to kind of still act as though it's important to.
Cool.
That's what I'm doing outside as well.
Nice.
So yeah, you go down to Lenore Paxby. Yes,
Well, how do you do? Lenore, I presume?
indeed, that is me.
Lenore, do you have any experience in crafting divine tokens?
I do indeed.
You do. How wonderful. You see, I have here, and I pull out my dragon chess set. It is a ivory chess set that maybe at first glance looks kind of simple and not out of the ordinary, but when you take a look at it, you see that it's not simple, it's minimalistic on purpose and very finely crafted and has weight to it. It's not something that you can just buy at any old shop.
My, these are marvelous.
Thank you.
Wherever did you get such a fine chess game?
It was a present from my father. He's a very big player himself. We used to sit around the fire and play together.
Ah, that's wonderful.
If you ever like to play a game, I'd love to play with you.
I'm not much for chess, but it is a beautiful piece.
Thank you, thank you.
So, what is it you require with this chess set?
I am a cleric of Ilmater, and I would like to know if you could convert this chess set into divine tokens so I may speak with him.
Well, certainly we can do this. You want follow me to the kiosk.
Absolutely. I guess I float up.
She floats up. You kind of have to use all the like little knobs to sort of pull yourself up.
It's like zero gravity.
It's kind of like
almost.
zero gravity
Yeah.
almost. As you sort of traverse your way up the 50 feet, she goes behind the checkout kiosk and sort of pulls out a big drawer and starts searching around, rummaging for some sort of token of Ilmater, and she pulls one out. Does this do? And you can see it's got the crossed, bloodied hands with like the bloody wraps on it. I can inscribe this into every single one of the pieces. We'll use the Adventurers League prizes, which means that it'll be the level of the spell is 2 times 2, so that's 4 times 10, 40, 43 gold pieces.
Okay.
Does that seem reasonable to you?
Yes, it does. Could we perhaps also trade services? You do a service for me, I do a service for you for a slight discount?
And what is the service you would be
We
offering
work
me?
off of credit. So you give us the product, and hopefully we can do whatever you need to do to pay it off.
I don't know what services he requires.
I don't know what type of business the Crow's Vigil does.
How do you
but
know
it's
I'm in
not
the crow's?
credit here.
How do you know I'm in the crow's vigil? How dare you throw that slang?
Cedric gets visibly nervous.
You hear in the distance.
Bosco, I know you.
You hear in the distance.
Pardon me, but are you not? This seems like something that the Crow's Vigil would have created. Credit. Never heard of such a strange thing before. I offer you a product. You pay for it.
Well, what do you
That's
got
how it
for
works.
15 gold or less?
I've got multiple focuses that you could acquire if you desire. Oh, that rhymed.
Are they made in?
You're a poet and you don't even know it.
Are they made here in
Oh
Port
my
Vishar?
God.
Are they imports?
Imports.
They're just your normal focus. Orbs, wands, crystals. The
Yeah.
orbs I don't think you'd be able to purchase, but the wands and crystals you would be able to.
What's a wand gonna do for me?
Spellcasting focus. It helps channel the magic.
I think I'll pass. I'm sure it's lovely.
I'm sorry, but 15 is a little small for such magical items. In this way.
Fair enough. I'm gonna levitate up.
Well, then you go up to the ceiling.
We've already gone up at this point.
I thought we were still in the bot. No, I'm gonna.
That's even funny. That's even funnier
Would
than
they-
I meant to do that.
I'm curious. This bedroom on the side of the building. Would anyone know if I walked in the bedroom?
I mean, the door is closed, and it's within eyeshot.
Is there an entrance from the outside?
From the viewpoint that you had entering it, you didn't see one, but it's possible there's a back door.
I'll go outside. I'll wait for some guys to do things, but I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna start to sneak around.
Okay.
I return my bracelet. I don't want her to be suspicious of me. Yes. Return.
At this point, Nixel would probably fly up. He doesn't need the bracelet. He's just going to float there and watch this exchange between Cedric and the shopkeep happen.
So, 43 gold.
Yes.
Is that doable?
I'm terribly sorry for my friend, by the way. Terrible manners, I know. Now, about the exchange of services. For a discount, not a steep one, but I could, with the divine tokens that I'm sure you will masterfully craft, I could tell you in absolute future if you have a burning question of something you've been wanting to do. I can ask Ilmater if it will go your way.
Are you speaking of the augury spell?
Yes.
Well, everyone knows that's null and void after 30 minutes.
Well, yes, but I could tell you something that can happen in the next 30 minutes. Do you not plan to create a new...
You could potentially tell me that you're going to buy my services for cheaper.
I more meant if you plan to create a enchanted item, if you do a success, or something of the such.
I don't mean to be rude, but it seems that your small friend there has rubbed off on you.
Ha!
It's quite unlike the Ilmatari to...
You're over here apologizing for my actions, and you turn around and do the same
You
thing.
know, actually,
I'm trying to offer
while
service.
she's
I'm not doing
saying
for
this-
nothing.
while she's saying this piece about the Ilmatari, give me an insight check.
Also, while this is happening, at this point, I've come up with what the supplies I want, and I'm just waiting in line, basically.
I'm irritated.
No, I'm hunched over with my stuff, like,
Just staring at him.
It's that awkward moment of like,
Nine.
I don't know
Nine.
what to do right now.
What are you doing?
You can
I'll tell you
see
about
that she's trying to make out why you look the way you do, why you had such an expensive chess set, like well made, and you're also carrying a sword,
Okay.
but you claim to be of a cleric of the god of kind of the broken or the poor. Like you help the poor and needy. You give everything, but you have all of this nice stuff.
You know what, Lenore? I'm terribly sorry. You're correct. Please excuse my rudeness. I will pay the 43, as I'm sure your craftsmanship is impeccable.
Excellent. Spellcasting does take a bit of time, and especially to etch it into each individual piece.
I'm sure.
I myself am a rather fantastic spellcaster. Normally this kind of thing would take about 5 days, but I can get it to you in 2. How's that sound?
Sounds fantastic. Thank you.
Excellent. I'll bump you to the top of the list.
Awesome. I give the
For being
43
so
gold.
kind. So yeah, I'm assuming you hand over the
Yes,
43. And she takes the dragon chest set,
Yep.
puts it behind her on this small ledge, and then puts kind of a ticket on like what spell to put on it, all of that stuff. Next in line.
I look at Cedric. Good hustle, man of cloth. And I turn to her. I want to buy these.
You're a frightening one.
I
Excuse
want
my...
to buy these.
Sure.
And I basically
What do you got?
hand her a shard of blue glass, a twig struck by lightning, and a drop of honey. the components for the spells that I have. And
Just has a
I also,
bean squeezes his out.
yeah, exactly. And I also ask, do you carry medicine kits?
Unfortunately not. You'd have to go to the wobbly sack.
Do you need aid? I carry medicine kits with me. Or I carry aid. Or what's it? No, never mind. Bandages, my bad. Misunderstood.
You can always use extras of those.
Fair point.
Thank you. Just these then.
All right. This is just going to be 2 silver.
I easily hand it over. You guys have already talked about it. Yeah. And then exchange the money, nod, and I return to the top and hand off my place.
Actually, anyone who went down, just give me a general investigation check on what you could potentially find.
If
in
you're
the room.
currently down or have been down.
Or have been down,
I guess I would have been probably browsed around, so
yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
This is what?
It's a perception.
Investigation.
Investigation, great.
What?
17.
Are you kidding me? It's freaking 1. Still got it.
You went in and grabbed the smallest twig that was struck by lightning and said, "This'll do."
One does not complain. In
It's
the
like a
waste.
piece of mulch.
Yeah. It's more portable.
Zarzaros has just been, like, floating around, not looking for anything particular, just literally floating all over the place. So he's not really investigating. He got a 3, so.
A 3. Awesome. Anyone else?
17.
17.
So those guys that like can't really like do
Nixel,
anything in
what'd
the
you
air.
roll?
You're like floating,
Nixel
like
didn't
circling
roll.
around like this. And
What is Nixel rolling?
Investigation.
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 Investigation. That's going to be a spicy 24.
Ooh.
Nice. So you 3 with the high rolls. There's a couple of interesting objects down here. They're not incredibly powerful, but they could be useful to you guys. You do see what looks to be kind of like a brooch. It's got this kind of like amber gem on its. It's a turtle, and it's got an amber gem on its shell. And then you see what looks to be kind of like this nice like paper fan, like one of those fans that you and as it's like folded out, it's got like a nice draconic kind of inscriptions and like art on it of flying dragons. And you guys also see that there's this unique quill or pen that has kind of like an emerald nub or tip to it. That's just sort of like pulsating this like aura of like speckled gold dust around it.
Bosco's gonna walk back in. So greedy, can I have that band back, please?
Certainly.
So, thank you. I'm gonna just jump down. I'm going right to the fan with the draconic. I'm gonna take it over to Lenore, and I'm gonna say, "Can you tell me a little bit more about this?"
Well, yeah, certainly. Basically, this fan can aid you with a massive gust of wind. At least once a day. You could do it multiple times, but each time you do it, it's possible that it could just shatter or rip apart into pieces.
Like enough wind to lift me?
Enough wind to push someone away. It has the gust of wind spell on it.
I think that could probably like launch Bosco.
If you aim it at the ground.
If he aimed it at the gun, he's a small guy.
What about that pen? That nice one there, sparkling.
Oh,
Is it a
yes.
quill?
The emerald pen.
Pen.
Oh, it's this pen.
A very expensive object.
Mm-hmm.
It can allow you to cast the illusory script spell at will, without any components.
What? Fill me in on what? that
Yeah, well,
spell
I
is.
also need to be filled in.
The illusory script spell allows you to sort of change any kind of writing. Either you could
Oh, forge it?
reverse the writing, so
Oh.
basically you could write something over top an actual it's like piece of script that's on a piece of paper already to make it look like it's something else, or the opposite, you could write an illusory script onto an object that actually has what's going on and then write over top of that to make it look like, I don't know, a grocery.
So you
list.
you can forge, or like write forgeries. You can change existing, or you could
just layer it over on top so you can hide the true text.
Correct. What's unique about the illusory script thing, however, is if you fail to determine it, it vanishes. It goes away.
if you fail
Gone
to
forever. And it will erase everything that's there.
If you fail to what? Sorry.
Basically, if you fail to discover it or read it the first time, it disperses.
So both those texts are removed, so you can't actually reveal the real text underneath it if you were to like overlay it.
Cedric would never do this, but in theory, you could take this quill, take the contract you got from the magistrate, and just add a 0 to the 500.
Yeah.
I mean, she has her own contract, too.
Oh, you didn't say that. You said she handed it to us.
I handed you one contract.
She made copies for sure.
You didn't tell us that.
You could add a fucking 0 to it if you want.
Cedric
Doesn't
would
mean nothing.
never. Cedric would never. But for me and the audience to understand its power.
You better put in some good work. You want 5,000 each.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You said that pen was real expensive. How expensive are we talking? Silver, gold, what?
400 gold
Oh,
pieces.
God.
The immediate.
That's worth more than my house.
Indeed it is. And such is the nature of
Excuse
magic.
me? Are you appraising my home now?
It's honestly more than my accommodations. You've seen the outside of my house.
I'm sorry, I can't really afford that if you can't tell. So, we're on a mission.
Maybe if you'd go get a respectable job.
Oh.
So
Cedric
I'm
says-
getting irritated.
Cedric says nothing because he knows he's already been rude to the shopkeep, so he's just not taking a side.
Cedric is. Oh.
Yes, fully. My word.
After she insults me.
May I ask how much the fan is?
250 gold.
Nice fan.
I just drop it.
Oh!
And I'm gonna crawl up the stone wall. I can't believe she just said I need a respectable job. So I just
You
drop
just got
the fan.
casted, buddy.
She seems definitely taken back that you would do such a thing, but she also knows that she was rather rude to you as well, so it's fair game.
She started it. I'm just gonna walk out. I can't afford it.
Can
She
Cedric?
steps out of the stall and sort of picks it up and puts
Oh,
it
I was
back.
about to say, can Cedric pick it up and like, I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, you can totally
Yeah,
beat her to it.
Yeah, Cedric picks it up and hands her like, I am again so sorry for my friend.
It's no problem. Are you new here?
To the area.
You probably shouldn't keep company with that type.
Cedric gets a little defensive, but not rude. Can you elaborate on that type?
Halflings. Most of them are associated with the crow's visual.
What do you have against the crow's visual?
Well, they're looters, pillagers,
I see.
for one. And two,
they've
they
caused a lot of damage around here.
and two, they're mixing themselves up with the grey with the business.
What do you know about that?
Not much, just what I hear around.
What do they say around what the Greywood is?
I mean, they're well respected, it seems.
Respected in what regard?
Accomplished. They're also from out of town. And it seems they've made great strides in Port Vishar.
Yes, seems as much.
Accomplished in what? Business?
Yeah, business, politics. This is honestly the extent of my knowledge, really. I'm sorry, did you need something as well?
Oh, no, I was just taking a peek. Nice place you have here.
Why, thank you.
My eye caught that. Is it a brooch? You said the turtle brooch.
Yes, that's a turtle brooch.
It's an elegant piece.
It's
What is it?
basically it's a combination item. It allows you to, if say you were to get knocked prone or fall down, it can sort of help you in reducing the amount required. It kind of gives you that extra oomph to get back up.
I see. Can I ask what inspired you to make it a turtle?
I don't know. I've seen how resilient turtles are. Just made sense.
Okay. Interesting. It seems like a very fine.
If you're
piece.
interested, that one is 100 gold pieces.
Okay. I think I'm going to stick to the divine tokens, but it is a wonderful looking piece.
Why, thank you.
So, before that, so the first time you come out, you see Gax. He's like in like a squatting position, his ass like super low to the ground, with his knees like kind of up in the air, and he's like looking at the flowers. Could I do either a perception or investigation check? Are there thorns on these flowers?
Yeah, no check needed. Some of them have thorns. Yeah.
You would see Gax kind of like very gingerly and like gently like kind of pulling the thorns out of the flowers, and he's like putting them into his hand. And can I say
What are you doing there? You don't think I just water these flowers for you to be picking them?
I'm taking the thorns out of them. I never picked them. I'm just pulling the thorns out.
All right.
Is that okay? He just kind of goes back to it. He collects like 14, I'll say. And then you go inside. The second time you come out, Gax has picked a flower and it's like halfway in his mouth.
Give me a for picking the flower. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, that works.
Because that kobold is eyeing you.
I got a natural 1.
Oh.
Nat 1?
Nat 1 plus 3 is 4.
Hold on, let me see. I have to also roll a nat 1.
Yeah.
He rolled a 17.
Oh.
Sick.
He sees you pluck the flower.
Yeah.
He walks over.
It's like halfway in my mouth at this point.
Give that back. And he nudges you a little bit with the watering can.
It hits him.
I said, give it! That's not yours.
Gax just like hands it to him.
It's already picked. What is he gonna do with
Takes
it?
it. Eats it.
Gax just stared.
At this point, I finally arrive up there and like, I just walk and wait for the others once they're done.
By the way, my name is Hardin.
I don't say anything. I go back down to the flowers, and I'm just like muttering underneath my breath.
I'm just screwing with that. You can
Just
take
like
a flower.
petting it. When he says you can take a flower, Gax gets on all fours and he just like eats one. Just like
Yeah, get right in there. Get right in there. He starts putting some water can over you and getting you all wet.
I'm laughing at this point, just watching this.
Is this while we're like
Yeah,
we're
all
inside
of this is
talking?
happening
Oh,
while you're
okay.
inside talking. Yeah.
Just you.
So yeah, any other business here at the Hollow Hex? Nope.
I'm assuming I did not pay in credit like Bosco asked.
Yeah, no, you straight hand
I-
43.
Yeah.
Nixel wants to wait until everyone leaves.
Oh.
And then he's gonna head up to the shopkeep there. I forget her name already.
Lenore.
He's gonna head up to Lenore.
She's just sort of like shuffling
Once
around. Back
everyone-
again with the dragon chest set. She's sort of like relabeling things.
Once everyone's gone.
Zarzaros isn't gonna leave. He's waiting for everybody, kind of just floating around, doing spins.
Alright, that sounds fine. So Nixel flies up, pulls out a gear, and then hands it to Lenore and says, "If you wouldn't mind installing this on that dragon chest set in some inconspicuous location, I'd be much obliged. To pay handsomely for your services."
Now, why would I do that? It seems a bit strange.
Just a prank among fellow travelers.
You know that man as well?
Touch it. Come on, please.
Are you tricking me?
And he flicks it to her.
Text saving.
She rolled a 14.
As she grabs it, the words "Ilmater has spoken" resonate from it.
Neat trick.
Wait, like visibly?
Give me a persuasion check
No,
with
it's
advantage.
It's a verbal, like, it's speaking.
I see.
Persuasion
With advantage.
with advantage.
That's good.
You're gonna get the 20.
Persuasion, where's persuasion? Not good. 12.
She rolled a 13.
I actually kind of wanted it to happen too. That would be kind of funny.
I'm intrigued by why you would want to do this. I see the prank aspect, but it's just I can't be doing that in my business. I don't need any trouble. And I think he's a little bit shifty.
Of course, no problem.
One? Apparently he's hanging out with one of these Crow's Vigil's halflings. 2. It doesn't quite make sense. He's got a bladed weapon. He's got an ivory dragon chest set, yet he claims to be a cleric of Ilmater. Hands your cog back to you.
As he grabs it, the magic on it ends as I put it back in my pocket, and I say, "You seem rather cultured. What can you tell me about this Crow's Vigil?"
Bandits, hooligans,
On whose authority?
their own. Granted, they've kind of gotten the rough end of the stick, but I had to start someplace myself. And look what I've accomplished when I put my mind to it. They just steal, pillage, and loot.
And you have proof of this?
Of course. Just go ask any of the guards how many times they've had to deal with the Crow's Vigil.
Thank you for your time, then.
Thank you.
And I'll kind of flip back down towards the door, where I'm assuming Zarzaros kind of is.
You're there, yeah.
And he'll-
Jagriti would have taken all of the bands off. There was no way you would leave without him
He'll-
getting your band back.
He'll look at Zarzaros and kind of give him a little bit of a grin and say, "Between you and I,"
I suppose.
and he'll nod and then walk out the door.
Are we all outside now?
Sounds like it.
Strange.
I look at this. Well, what was that about?
Oh, nothing. I had a few questions about some of her magical properties on her items.
Interesting.
Where are we headed?
The barracks?
I believe so.
It was like 2 days for these tokens.
All right. As you guys are heading to the barracks, to the east barracks, you hear some commotion happening in the marketplace on this main strip. Along the way, you hear what seems to be a loud, thunderous growl. And it gets closer and closer. And all of a sudden, as you're looking around, you see kind of frightened faces, and they sort of like start to go head inside really quickly. The guards start to yell out, "Lion Drake! Everybody, hide!" As you hear a as it lands into the center and starts to just right about 30 feet or 40 feet ahead of you guys. You see it just start to tear into like some poor dude just sort of like sitting there with a fucking sign that says "Help me." What do you guys do?
Zarzaros is running.
It's just starting to like sort of swat everywhere. You see it kind of like just fucking bite the head off of this guy as it just like pulverizes him into pieces.
Are there any? Cedric is also running towards this chaos. Are there any guards that have been swiped but are on the ground? Like alive but on the ground?
The guards have all backed away. They're sort of like pushing the people aside.
I see. So anyone who's been attacked is
Right.
dead.
They're not. They hold their spears up, but they're kind of shying away. It seems. Give me an insight check.
Can I also do an insight check?
Yeah.
Yay. You know what? No.
I'm no good at insight. I'm not gonna bother.
27.
It's just going through the
27.
party.
And I did dirty 20.
Cool.
That one.
It's gonna be. Everyone is gonna know.
So that's a pretty cloud.
That's you. You guys see. I guess everyone sees this, but the insight of the guards is they want nothing to do with this thing. They are just trying to hold everyone back, let it do its thing, and then hopefully it'll go back to normal. But you also notice. Give me a nature check.
I was gonna ask for one.
Could I guidance that?
No.
14. 6 plus 8.
14.
14, yeah.
This thing is freaking out, ferocious, and hungry. And what you guys see in front of you is what is a large. It's got a body of like a brass dragon with this long neck. The head looks to be of a lion with like a large mane. And then the it's not claws that it has paws. Like large lion paws. And this thing is probably 15 feet tall.
With that 14 nature check, would I know if I were to cast Speak with Animals on myself, if I'd be able to communicate with this creature?
You would know that it understands Draconic, It can speak it, but it's not an intelligent creature. It's got a 6 int.
So it's not
So
like I
what
could
you
hold a
know,
conversation with it.
from the nature check is that this thing is hungry, frenzied, and pissed off, and it will most likely continue to attack
Yeah.
everything around it.
Okay.
Fuck, I had calm.
With
Oh,
that,
calm.
I don't
Emotions.
anymore.
with
Yeah.
that, I'll have you all roll initiative.
Oh.
Okay. I was gonna say, I was like, is this the time to use the
Nat 20.
natural 20?
Plus 4? Or I have plus 4?
You're going first.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Is that a
kidding.
command or a.
No, you're going first because my
You are going
initiative is
first.
plus 2. So.
Oh, okay, mine's plus
19.
Ooh.
All right.
Or rather, sorry, it's a 21 after my mod.
Yeah, do that.
Wait.
This is not
Where you
good.
save your
That thing's huge.
like dwarf
15
spell
feet
or
tall.
defer to attack. You know what we were talking about earlier.
Ready to action?
Ready to action. If I'm last on the initiative level, would that not count, or would it continue through like the next turn of everyone else? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think it goes.
Raph, can you
through
pull
the
that
turn,
thing
but-
back?
It goes until the next turn.
This? Okay.
Yeah.
So when your turn comes back up, if it hasn't triggered, it's
You want help with
it's
that?
lost. Okay,
I'm
thanks.
trying to get it past my vacuum.
Oh, you got it. Ooh. That was almost bad.
Oh, look at this thing.
Oh, there it is.
Alrighty.
That's cool.
Now we need our boys.
So, what do we get for initiative here? 25 to 20.
Me and
Me.
Cedric. Cedric's first. But you've got natural 20s.
Alright, Cedric. Who's got the higher dex?
Cedric.
Yes.
Alright, 20 to 15.
18.
I have a 21, sorry.
A 21.
Yeah, sorry.
So you're first?
I was working on
Well, I
Oh,
got
my
20
God,
plus 4, not 20 plus 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you're 20 plus
Not
3.
20 plus 2. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm after Arca. Sorry, that's my fault.
Alrighty. That's going to be 15 to 10.
I have 14.
Oh, rolling pretty high.
Oh, 15 to 10. Sorry, that's also me. I have a 12.
12. Alrighty.
You haven't said yet, have you, or did you?
18.
18. Okay.
You take care of Ares.
Oh.
So roll initiative for Ares.
15. What's her initiative?
She's got 4 to dex.
So that'd be 19.
Wow. I guess it's distracted with the meal it's having. So here you
Wait,
have
what
your
am I
long
doing?
drink.
I can do this. Hold on.
Alright. You guys are over
that's
here.
interesting. I don't see her.
Who's the last person?
Right here. The drake itself, I think.
Oh, really?
Yep. I rolled a 7 and he doesn't add too much.
That is
She has her thing on.
sweet.
Well, that's gonna
one-
make it tricky.
The one character we needed.
Yeah.
Alright, if you want, you can rearrange yourselves in a way, but just stay on that side, obviously.
Yeah.
I would probably be in the back line.
I would be in the front line.
I would also be in the back.
I was beelining it for the thing.
Yeah. And I did not want to approach it whatsoever because I knew that it was pissed off, hungry, and
How's that?
angry.
I'm gonna hide behind those little. On the side of this house, there's some crates.
Right here?
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's good.
Cool. Alrighty, let's go with Cedric.
All right. I'm gonna move towards that house to kind of get some. Actually, is that if I move to like the corner of that house, like where those where those crates are, am I within 30 feet?
No.
What, am I like 60 feet right now?
35, 45. You're about 60.
I'm 60 feet right now.
Yep.
If I'm 60 feet right now, I want to get behind Zarzaros to kind of give me something between me and this Drake. Right now, I'm kind of off to the side.
So you're heading over here?
Yeah. So a little bit closer to it, but also like with still in the back line. I'm not trying to move up. Yeah, something like that. Now I'm like what, 40-ish?
You've moved about 5, so 55.
Okay, well it's still within 60 meters. I am going to cast Toll of Dead on it.
Okay.
So that is it's a D8 because it is not actually, can I use my bonus action first?
Yeah.
I want to do my bonus action first. I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Cool. Where's it going?
It
You
is
can
going.
cast it at 60 feet range, but after that it only has 20 feet movement.
It's casting right on it.
Boom. We've got your spiritual weapon.
Yes.
Ooh.
It is a scythe.
Oh,
and
wow.
when I cast
That's
it, I say, the tool that feeds the needy is the tool that brings you justice.
Boom, baby.
Ooh.
With
Alright.
that, I can attack the same turn.
Yeah.
I attack, which is. Oh, actually, I need to hit, right?
Yep, you gotta roll to hit first.
Yeah, so it's not the bomb. So you roll plus 6,
Cool.
and then you do damage.
Yes. Okay, so 14.
14 misses.
Tragic. But it's there. And that's my bonus action. So then I now
It just glances off of the tough, scaly exterior of this big, large beast.
Okay. Then I cast Toll of the Dead, which you have to do a save against. A 14 wisdom save.
Nat 16.
So a whiff on that too.
It's just.
Meow. Oh, it's a line.
Yeah.
Meow. All right. You done moving?
Yes, I'm staying behind. I'm staying right where I am.
Cool. Aragar, you're up.
All right, I start to walk towards it as I'm slowly drawing out the flail and uncovering it.
Sure.
I begin to wind it up. You start to hear the thwub of the air being disturbed around it, and then all of a sudden you see this charge kind of focus out from the flail as his eyes light up, and he goes, and he casts Witch Bolt on the creature.
All right. How far up are you moving?
I would say, how far does 30 feet get me?
6. And get you within.
Yeah, I'd say that.
All right. So full 30.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna do instant attack roll.
Witchy bolt.
That sounds like a good attack roll. That's going to be a 20.
A 20 hits. Roll damage.
All right, and because this is pact magic, I'm gonna be rolling for the first round 3d12.
Dang.
You cast this. Oh, wait, it's only one level, right?
It's pact magic. It goes up as I level up. Yeah, it's casting at second level, so.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 15 points of lightning damage.
15.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And you just see this lightning zap it, and then as that's happening, as his hand goes down, you see the lightning is now coursing back and forth between his eyes and the creature. And he's just holding on to that, like, lightning, as though it's, like, continuing the connection.
As the lightning strikes it, it turns to you and growls. At this point, make a perception check.
Oh, God. I'm so good at these. 11.
You can clearly see that it has some active, like, bleeding and gore wounds. Large, about this big, in its side. It's wounded! Is that your full action and bonus?
Did I do a bonus action?
Are you saying it's wounded because of your lightning? Are you
I
gonna
don't specify. I do not specify. Sorry, give me a sec. I believe I have one more thing I can do. Where is give me the bonus action? Okay, for my bonus action, I use Hexblade's Curse on it.
Hexblade's Curse?
Yep.
Cool. What?
Actually,
it's just...
So it's not like Hex. Hexblade's Curse is 30 feet, 1 minute, yep. Add 2 points of lightning damage to the damage roll of that spell.
Oh, so you're doing that first.
I mean, or if you could, I should have done that first, to be honest,
that's
yeah.
fine. And then, so that just adds damage, right?
That adds damage. If I score a critical, I can score a critical hit on a 19 instead of just a 20, and if it dies, I regain health, but that's it.
Cool. Nixel, you're up.
Nixel in a
The
rather
Fairy Master.
with a quick sprint, he's gonna dash through the. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of reading. He basically runs and jumps through like the space between Cedric and Zarzaros, and he's gonna like basically dive through the hole as he's pulling some bits and bobs out of his pockets and putting them together as he lands on the other side of them.
Here?
No, on the other side of them. So just put him on the left side. Nope, Zarzaros and Cedric. Yeah, right there. He's gonna create right in front of him this cannon. It's got 2 legs, one on each side, kind of hooking into it, and it just kind of stands there.
Which one are you using?
That's the Eldritch Cannon.
Right,
so
but
it's
which
gonna
one?
be. It's a small cannon.
Yeah, but which model of the cannon? You have 3 options, don't you? One's like a flamethrower,
Yeah.
one's a shield thingy, and one's
Force
a
blaster, and then
one's a ballista or something. You've got to choose one.
Cedric's gonna go
Is that how it reads?
Yeah, I know.
We're
literally gonna be like,
no, you've got to choose one.
I guess I would be a little resistant with my thunder damage.
just a straight up human.
That's fine. We're gonna go with the Protector.
The Protector.
Yep, the
And
Protector.
where are you casting it?
It's right in front of me.
Boom, baby.
Oh,
So that's my little cannon. And as my bonus action, I'm going to activate it, and it's going to emit a burst of positive energy. Basically, you'll see this bright light kind of emit through the top of it, and then like create like a small bubble, and then it just bursts, and it's like boom! It just creates a blast 10 feet away, and everyone in that 10 feet will get 14 temporary hit points.
14? Oh my goodness.
Holy crap.
So that would be Zarzaros, Cedric, and myself.
Oh
And
my
we can leave that and still have it, or we have to stay in that.
You have that.
So I could
We
walk
just
out
keep
of the
it.
10 feet.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
And that was action, bonus action, yeah?
That was action and
Wow.
bonus action.
14?
dang.
Oh my.
Wow.
14.
That's crazy.
I got
That's
I got a 7 on my D8, and then my intelligence modifier is +7. So
That's
No,
insane.
your intelligence modifier is +5.
You're including your proficiency.
Oh, does it add proficiency to it? It says it doesn't say prof bonus, does it?
+7.
Wow, that's
Wait.
nuts.
Holy shit. No, that's for saving throws.
You're right.
I think it's
so
I
subtract
don't know.
It's
two.
+5.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
subtract
subtract
2.
two.
12.
So 12.
Yeah.
That's still crazy.
That's still
still
higher
a
than
lot.
mine. Yeah, that's still higher than False Life. So
I
that's
have
pretty
8,
fucking
and
good.
it doesn't. There's no reason to use it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, 8 is probably one of the most useless spells.
Oh, yeah.
Well, with a party this big.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm not gonna
You're
go
gonna be
home and
super-
cry. It's okay. Dan, can I change my level 2 spells or?
Nope.
Oh yeah, Claire.
Oh yeah, isn't it
Curse.
Aries?
Oh yeah.
Aries' turn.
Aries, yeah.
All right, Aries, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna have Aries move over to those crates in between, like right there, and for a bonus action, I'm gonna have her hide.
Okay. Hiding before she attacks.
Shield them.
Yes, otherwise she wouldn't get advantage
Uh,
for sneak attack.
does she have?
Should she not have sneak attack?
It
No,
works
she should.
different. Her
Oh,
whole
no, you're
system
right.
Works new now.
Cunning action. Yeah, when does it work now? It works at level 2 in old edition.
Yeah.
Hers is
No.
the only profile we can't get to see on D&D Beyond. So.
I
Well,
was
no,
kind of
we-
relying on past
Are you a
knowledge.
ranger?
All
or
right,
you
we'll
a
just
rogue?
we'll just
No,
use
ranger.
past knowledge.
Fuck.
That's fine.
Okay. So that's.
But
so
basically, if she hits, she can use Vex from her bow, and it grants her advantage anyways.
Oh, in that case, forget the bonus action. I'm moving her over there just for cover.
Okay.
Just it just makes sense when you're a ranged person. I did roll an 18 on the die.
And I think it's got 80 feet of range, so it should hit. Yeah.
Yeah, so I rolled an 18 on the die plus 6. I'm assuming is her attack because dexterity plus 4 and her proficiency would be 2.
Yep.
So that would be 24.
24 hits.
I don't know how the mastery works because I haven't done anything with it yet. so-
All it does is it will give her advantage on her next attack.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm gonna leave it as that and just.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good. What's
So
her
roll
damage? Well, yeah.
She gets for a short bow. That's a D8 plus her sneak attack damage, which is a D6.
Just 1d6 for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think her dexterity does not get added to her range, does it? Well, not that it matters. She rolled really well. 11
11 points of damage.
piercing, I'm guessing.
Cool.
And then Vex. So it's advantage for the next turn, and that will be her turn.
Makes it strike, pierces straight into the side of it as it just starts to snarl. You can see like the dripping blood of the homeless dude that was just sort of sitting outside, just like dripping down its face.
Oh God.
Zarzaros, you're up, big boy.
Is that the only civilian around?
There's one dude over here.
Okay.
Pretty much everyone's sort of trying to attempt to leave at this point. When they saw that happen.
Okay.
I just haven't
living
moved
hell
them yet
for them
because
to
they
leave.
haven't finished the round.
Become army shields.
But he goes before them.
Yeah, because I'll do the environmental effects at the end of the round.
Okay. Is there a way I can get within 30 feet of the one over here that I can't see? Or whoever I can get within 30 feet of?
I mean,
Is
30
there
feet
anyone-
will get you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. That's 30 feet. Middle of the board.
Is that 30 feet from them as well? I'm trying to cast a spell
Yeah, it should be.
within. Okay. I'm gonna move there then. And I guess I'll just cast on the one who's closest here on the cart.
Okay.
I'm casting Sanctuary on him. You'll see Zarzaros pull up his shield and the emblem kind of glows. He places his sword like in front of it and says Savem and points it.
Oh, sick.
Oh! Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And I think that's it.
Alrighty. Bosco, you're up.
I'd like to first move. Can I move and then do another action, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'd like to move 30 feet, kind of in the direction,
Over here.
of where our Argar is. Yeah, right
Get-
there is
get
good.
here.
Right there is good. And you're gonna see Bosco pull his kettle helm over his face, and you don't know what he's saying. You're like, what the hell is this? And you're gonna see this creature pop up right behind Aragar. There's Vathok. He's come.
The Thok is it.
Oh,
The horned black dragon.
Oh, that's sick.
And what are so that's your action. You have a
Mhm.
bonus action still.
He's going to.
I am hunched over in case he needs clearance. Just kidding.
It's just a line of things.
He's
Spirits
gonna-
are
Conga
crafted
line
into
of
the-
combat.
He's gonna hold his infused strike.
Okay, holding the. So it's just a reaction. So basically, if someone hits, you can say, "I'm gonna use the infused strike now."
Yes, please.
Cool. Gax, you're up.
Can I move 15, 20 feet directly towards you? Okay.
3 or 20.
20.
Boom.
Ooh, no, sorry. One more back. No, I don't want that, like, perfect line shot right there. that is, hey, get fucked 101. I am going to cast, Guiding Bolt at first level.
Alright.
So you see Gax, for the two people that witnessed him create a star map, he puts his staff out in front of him and he, like, puts his hand up to it, and the map shimmers at the top of his staff, and he rips it open as he's like searching page and page and page, and he finds one bright star and he pushes it out towards the
He finds one bright star.
yeah
That's cool.
the line dragon. You see it just kind of like go right at him.
Let's
Yeah, I miss.
go.
I completed the fucking line. I rolled a 2 plus 6 is an 8. So
Yeah, no. It
he kind of looks at it
goes,
and
it
goes,
goes to the stars.
yeah, kind of looks at it and goes, okay.
My people, they need me.
Yeah. He brings his hand back up to his star map and he searches through. I'm going to as a bonus action, I'm going to use Wild Shape, but
Okay.
I'm going to use the starry form of it.
Alright.
So you see him as he goes through page and page and page. He finds this one and he traces he traces these stars. And as he's tracing it, you would kind of see behind him, pretty much like the stars taking place as the image forms, and you see kind of over him with a bow and arrow, covered in different bones, bone armor, a helmet of like a beast that was killed. You would see a hunter, like a proper hunter of a lizard folk tribe, somebody that gives off an aura of just pure death to anything that it hunts. So I'm going to take the archer form of my starry form.
Unfortunately, I don't have a miniature for that.
Yeah, that's fine. Get my own personal taste for it. And I believe.
Just whip one up real fast.
You probably modeled one of that.
Yeah,
I 3D printed the scythe.
Oh.
I could actually just design one myself, to be honest with you. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure as a constellation when you activate the form as a bonus action on your supplement transfer level last spell attack. Make this form and okay, yeah. As I activate it and the starry form appears, the archer takes back its bow and fires right at him as well.
That's part of the same bonus.
Yeah, so it's whenever I activate it, and on subsequent turns, I can cast it as a bonus action. And do I hit with the 17?
That hits.
Perfect. So I believe that's 1d8 or is it 1d6? 1d8. 2 plus 6 damage.
6 damage?
Yes, 6 points of radiant damage.
Alright.
Nice.
I'm doing something at least. Yeah.
Alright. Is that your turn?
Yes. Can I shout out to it as well or no?
Sure, I'll let you do that as a free action.
Yeah, in Draconic, I will shout out to it. Leave! There's nothing here for you. Leave!
So you say I'm going to rip you all to pieces and drag you back?
The Lime Drake's turn. He is going to fly. Right over here.
I had a feeling.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
As he lands, he lets out a roar. I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Not good.
Take that. If you have inspiration,
I already used it, but I'm good.
You should use it immediately after you got it.
Yeah. That's how I use. I
oh nice.
inspiration. I rolled a 20, so.
15.
Swingy dice.
15. Cool.
I believe I've got to roll one for the cannon as well.
Nat 20 for Bosco. And
Oh,
Fox gonna get a 5.
the site need to roll for one?
No.
I got a natural 20 for a 26.
Not
Okay.
immediately.
The cannon got a 12, and
The cannon doesn't need to.
The cannon doesn't need to. That's fine. Nixel rolled 18 on the die.
18.
Nat 20 or 24.
18.
Bosco rolled a nat 20 and Vithok rolled a 7.
Holy shit! A bunch of nat 20s.
30.
What did
Vithok was a 7.
a 7? Okay. So actually, you all save, but Vithok does not.
It's just a baby dragon.
Vithok.
It's like my son.
So he also failed the save by 5 or more, so Vithok is paralyzed.
Oh.
Shit.
For a minute.
For
Is
1
that,
minute?
is that
Yeah.
10 things?
It's 6
Basically,
or
you
10
hear
rounds,
this
yeah.
chilling roar. You guys all sort of resist the power that's coming from him, but Vithok does not. And you see him sort of freeze up for a second. You guys won't have to worry about that again for 24 hours. So if it were to roar again, it has no effect on you. But Vithok is paralyzed.
How were the civilians looking? Or were they not in the radius?
They weren't in the radius of the roar.
Civilians. We're worried about the one
I
civilian.
am worried about the
civilians.
I mean, I would be. I think it's pretty suspicious that the paladin didn't.
Yeah.
And now,
Her mercy and all that.
and now sees this tasty little fucking halfling.
Oh,
It looks like it looks like the snack of the group. So he's gonna
halfling
make
nugget.
he will make a bite attack at you first.
Fun size.
Damn, he rolled a 9.
Oh, you're gonna miss.
Show him some of the kettle helm.
And then he'll make a claw attack. Damn, another miss. And that's a 19 plus 7.
Of course.
26.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought that was damage for a second. I was like, what?
No, that is the attack.
It's gonna be,
Yeah, he just one shot our friend.
I was like,
He is rolling hard.
it's gonna be
1 out of 3.
12 points of slashing damage.
1 out of 3. You don't want that to hit all
You
3.
hear a nice ding as the claw bounces off the kettle helm.
With the bronze body, yeah.
You're just gonna
Maybe
hear.
laugh now, but I'm
I'll see what tasted it most.
Bosco, how powerful is Vithak? Like, how helpful is he?
He's not helpful, he's paralyzed.
Well,
We both know.
if he was not paralyzed.
It's plus 1d6 after your attack, where he's got 20 hit points. So he can deal, like, at his current level, basically 1d6 of bite, or hold it and add it to your attack.
Okay.
I mean, it's like it's like a ranger's pet. That's kind of about the right.
Question for you: large and small objects collisions in spaces. What's the rule there? I forget. If
Small can be in the same space as someone else.
okay, just make
Because you could just crawl your little
Yeah.
thingy in underneath someone's legs.
Yeah.
But it can't be in the same space as a
They have to be of
But I
different
could be
sizes.
right. I could be
Actually,
underneath
hold on.
the.
2 small creatures can occupy the same space as well. If I remember correctly.
Right, that's what I thought.
Oh yeah, because
It's medium and up, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's 2 mediums that can occupy.
Yeah.
Right, but a small and a medium could,
Yeah.
and a small and a large. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Just making sure.
Cedric, you're up.
I'm gonna run towards Vithak. Basically between Vithak and Zarzaros. Can I make that?
Through here.
Yeah.
So you 1, 2. That's gonna be 50. So that's 20, and then 30 to here.
Yeah. Is that gonna give the Drake an opportunity attack?
I don't think so. Yeah, no, it won't.
No. Then put me over there, please. Sorry. Actually, is that within? Am I within touching distance of Vithak?
No.
Then can I
No,
make
it's
that?
just you
Can I make
see
it to that?
The layout that way.
So this is 5. This is 15. This is
Hold up on the
25. But you'll be next
Yeah.
to him.
Can I get a little
With
bit
like
farther
grid
away?
lines and everything.
If ever so
If you
slightly.
if you go here, you will take an opportunity attack to make it.
Oh, then no, just go close in. It's fine. I am going to use Lesser Restoration on Vithak. He is no longer paralyzed.
Wow. I should start being nicer to you.
I put my hand on him. My hand will glow, and the spot where I touch will also emanate a glow as I say, Sana.
Thank you. Let's kill this fucking thing.
Was that in common?
Draconic.
Okay.
That's the only thing he can speak.
Okay. With that, spiritual weapon will now roll to hit, because that's its own thing. Damn.
Spiritual weapon needs to move.
Is that a D20?
Oh no, it's not.
There you go.
Whew.
So it can
That was a 12.
It
It's
can
a 12.
No, I looked at it and I was like, that's a funky
it
ass
can
D20.
move up in here.
Okay, sweet. It's
Or
a
do you want to
22.
be on the other side of it?
That's
How
fine.
we're just
We're
like
there.
barnstorming this thing.
22 to hit.
Everyone
Roll
is
damage.
right up in its
And
face.
now for
Just
damage.
about.
And then it's gonna use a
It's
breath
pile.
weapon, and then everybody's fucked.
Yeah, it's the exactly grouping up.
I didn't
7.
expect to be the ranger
7 damage.
1 foot away
What's
from
that?
7
the
damage.
trade.
7 damage.
Yes. And then I also will cast Toll of the Dead. So
Like, you have your
wisdom
orders
saving
yet?
throw.
You already cast a level 2 spell.
Not yet.
That's
not yet.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, it's a cantrip. And the level
Huh?
2 what level 2?
Toll the Dead is a cantrip.
Oh, you're right.
But can you cast it as a bonus action?
I thought I could. Could I not?
I believe
No.
it's an
No,
action.
it's an action. I'm sorry.
Yep.
It's an action. My fault.
It's like,
As
when you
my
get high
bonus
level
action,
toll,
I say thank. Or say you're welcome to Vithak.
Most obliged.
Araga, you're up.
I believe I can use.
You can recast Witch Bolt.
Yeah, because it's automatic, but it doesn't. Also means I can cast other magic with my action because it is a bonus action to re-up.
As long as it's not a concentration spell.
Oh, okay. In that case, this is good. Yeah. So.
Because isn't Witch Bolt a concentration spell?
Yep. So that I can't cast any other concentration spells without it going down. So for my bonus action, I'm going to reapply the damage for Witch Bolt, which is just a 1d12 now.
Yep.
12 points of damage. Add 2 for the curse.
14. So we're
Lightning. Yep. You hear the arc just pulse as that damage applies, and I go, "With the dragon, I agree." And I approach, and as I approach the creature into base to base, with my other hand, I whirl some kind of like sickly green energy and apply that to me as I use false life on myself.
nice.
11 temporary.
Does channel divinity
11
count
temporary.
as a
Mhm.
bonus, or is that an action?
Nixel, you're up.
It depends on what your
Nixel
Which one I use?
would.
You have 3.
Oh, can you move me
Probably-
into base to base with the lion drink? Sorry, I meant to.
You want over?
Yeah, that sounds good. Wherever can get me there. Yeah.
Surround this thing.
Single-minded in that.
Oh yeah, these
Oh,
fucking
plus-
people start to
I mean, I
run
can't
away.
look
The
for
dog
it.
runs away.
The dog.
He's
Save the dog.
yeah, he just scooches on his bum, and this thing tries to turn a little bit.
Where's the horse? How's it turning?
I forgot the horse.
Pretend there's a horse there.
Is it a magic
I had
wagon?
painted the horse and forgot about it.
Nixel never specified if he had put his pistol back together, so I think it's fair to say that would be an action for me to do that.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So Nixel's gonna do that as he moves behind the tree there and hugs the house.
Why don't you give me a sleight of hand check to put it together, and then I'll tell you if it's an action or a bonus action.
Two on the dice.
2. Ooh, you were lucky it wasn't both a bonus action and an action. You're like, oh shit.
Bubbling. So it's an action then, yeah?
Yeah, action.
Okay,
so where are you headed?
he wants to move behind the tree and behind the house, so in that little cove there.
Over here?
Yep. And since he's still 60 feet away from his little boy, he's going to take his bonus action and have that little boy walk right underneath the drake, and he's going to activate it again, and it's going to make another energy burst, and it's going to give Vathak, Bosco, and Argard doesn't need it. Does a spiritual weapon count as a creature?
No.
Darn. They are going to get 8 temporary hit points. Vathak and
Cool.
Bosco.
10 HP for you. From your
Bosco, where
boy
you at?
Nixel.
Here, let me put the temp in.
Ares is up.
As he does that, he finishes piecing the pistol back together and spins it around and prepares for his next attack.
Sweet.
Did I think I might have
The
missed.
old west.
I think I might have accidentally applied the sneak attack for the last round, which I don't think should have happened. Because I didn't have it yet for Ares, right?
I'm still
Uh,
at 16.
It's hard to-
but, like
whatever.
My
Yeah,
max,
it's not
you know, is
substantial
up
enough.
by 8.
Um,
Is that
I'm
how
not
it
worried
works?
about it.
all right, in that case,
What's
what I
your
will
max?
It
do
was
Just
1d6.
It was
Yeah.
30, and now
what I
have
will
8
do
extra.
is I will move Ares
Oh,
from
right.
that set of crates
You're
to
at
the
16.
other side of that large set of crates. So on the far end where the tree is.
And I can't
Around
move
it
first,
or over
it'll
top
get
of
an
it?
Opportunity attack.
Over top of it.
Give me an athletics check.
How's her athletics?
She gets like a +4 plus proficiency, so 6.
Can she use acrobatics?
Well,
instead?
acrobatics, yeah, she could do a flip.
Okay, so that'd be a 4. I'm assuming it's proficient. She's a proficient in it. so 6.
She's basically proficient in half of those skills.
Okay, good. A 19. 19.
Rogue.
19? Yeah, totally. Easy enough. She does like a fucking backward somersault over this.
And for a little bit of flair, I'll say
Bastard.
as she's kind of like on the end, ducking into the ground, she just loses a shot.
Sweet. With advantage because of Vex. Right.
She might not need it. Yeah, that first roll was a 19, so that's 25.
That is.
So
So
that
sneak
is.
attack damage again.
And it is 1d6.
A d8 and a d6.
D8, D6. Ooh, that's 2 1s on the die. What's her?
So plus 6, 8.
Yes.
Good choice on letting Travis do
My first roll was good. What are you talking about?
He
I rolled.
usually plays rogues, that's why.
I'm gonna hear. I'm gonna hear from her on that one.
A cool ass somersault, but the arrow just sort of like doesn't quite have the same impact as last time. Somersault is your turn.
I'm gonna see if I can move. I can't really see where I am, so I don't know how much movement it would be, but to get over to melee distance on the other side of him.
You want to go over here?
Yeah, because there's no space on this side, right?
5,
On the side that
10,
I'm on.
15, 20,
Dang it.
30.
There's no space,
You
right?
can't get in between like me and.
Can you go through people?
I believe so. I believe you can go through people. You just
5,
can't end
15,
your
20.
turn on them.
25, 30. So you can get there.
Great.
But
If you go through people.
yeah.
Give me
But I'm
actually
not-
out of my way. Fuck that.
Out of my way!
Give me an athletics check.
coming through.
If he fails, do we have to roll an athletic save and we get hit by his shield?
He stumbles on us.
Oh.
The 6'9"
my way.
dragon.
Oh no! No!
Tomboy coming.
11.
11.
Okay.
That's a medium difficulty.
Goes by Bosco.
I turn around.
Yeah.
I turn around. I see this giant dragonborn running at me. I'm like,
My God, you have this thing surrounded.
Launches this
Okay.
thing.
one just tail whip and
Then I'm going to. Let's do it. I'm going to attack him with my sword and hopefully use a divine smite if I hit.
Have him
Probably
right.
won't.
just casually drops 60 damage. As one does.
14 to hit. I miss.
14 to hit.
Oh,
Yeah, that misses.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's my turn.
Cool. Ting! Bounces off the scaly armor that it's got. Gross.
Actually, can I speak to it since I also speak Draconic?
What now?
bothering it.
We're like pulling this thing, and he's just like,
Where do you
Stop
plan
it,
to take
stop
us?
Your mom's house.
Dragon got
Great.
jokes. Dragon got jokes.
Cedric
he just got sick burned
lets
by a
him giggle
dragon.
at this because he's still he's not trying to react, but he does giggle at this.
But seriously, back to the Black Savannah. Bosco,
Interesting.
Bosco's not going to move as he's enraged that something would harm Vathak, and he's going to, from point blank, draw his longbow and put it right to the drake's chest and pull it. We'll see if it works.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Oh,
It's in base to base. It's a range melee.
a 12.
You're like, no. It's kind of like trying to swat you away. It sort of like messes with your bow a little bit and causes you to fling it wide.
Alright, so Vathak is irritated too. He's going to move right next to the lion drake and the open wound that's gushing.
Oh.
He is going to attempt to burrow his face into it and just eat flesh.
Alrighty.
Yes.
That's pretty badass.
Roll to hit.
Respect.
Bloodthirsty.
A 22 to hit.
That is.
Oh boy, he's hungry. It does 6 piercing damage.
Alright.
Bosco has proven to be completely useless in combat. I haven't done 1 point of damage this whole campaign.
You just
I've done nothing.
and you've been talking so much smack to fear me.
Yes, you're up.
Getting
Can I
pulverized by a
move
drag.
another? Whoop. Can I move another 15 feet towards you, please?
Cool.
Yeah, it should be good. And I'm gonna do the exact same shit again. Hopefully I hit this time.
Guiding bolt and the archer.
Sorry, I just want to make sure that I.
No one's hurt except for Bosco, right?
No. Finally, 17 plus 6, 23. To hit.
17 plus 6. Yep, that hits.
Cool. So that is 4d6. Damn, radiant damage.
Over here doing 1d6.
6, 11, 15 points of radiant damage. And then
15 points.
6, 11, yes, 15 points of radiant damage. And then I'm gonna do my archer attack as my bonus action. I got a natural 20 and a natural 1. But I rolled a natural 20, so that's 2d8. Yeah. 5 points, or 5, 6, 9 points of radiant damage.
Cool.
Plus 9.
Alrighty. That's your turn?
Yes.
The lion drake will go. It will let out another roar. You guys don't need to roll saving throws, but only Vathok.
He is paralyzed again, I swear to God.
It's wisdom, isn't it?
Yep, wisdom.
I believe it was a +4, so 8.
8 total.
Mm-hmm.
So he's paralyzed again.
God damn it. I used up a second spell slot for that. A second level spell slot.
And with that,
Welcome to the cleric.
God damn it.
Eli's face is like, yeah.
I get to run around and try and figure out how to keep all these people alive.
I mean, hey, you can always play
with
Battle
that,
Cleric.
he will make one claw attack to get him out of it, and that's also a crit because of paralysis.
Here we go,
So
picking
he's
on
gonna
Luke.
do
I could have catch
24 points of damage.
He's dead.
Oh,
Well, he disapparates.
I'm going to use
Bosco's
my
enraged.
reaction
Sure.
to rebuke the violent.
Halt!
Okay.
Immediately after an attacker within 30 feet deals damage, you have to make a wisdom saving throw. DC is 13.
13 on the die.
How much health does Vathok
On a
have?
failure, the
But he has
attacker
a
takes
sure,
radiant
He adds
damage.
1, so it's a 14.
Oh,
Still alive.
So they still.
oh, I'm still alive, I guess. If
Okay, well, half as
No,
much
okay.
damage.
Half as much damage?
He's
so
taking-
12 points of damage.
To
Oh.
the lion drake.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
rebuking
oh, oh.
him for
Okay,
being
so
violent.
you don't block the damage,
No.
so it still goes away.
I'm not
I take
away.
Wrong.
You
Vathok-
take the damage that you would have dealt.
it reflects it basically.
basically.
Oh, so it takes 12 and I take 12?
No, they
It
just
just
still
reflects
take the full damage.
He just.
It just rebukes you
Oh,
for doing
okay.
it. So you take radiant damage.
Additionally,
value.
Vathok is still alive because he has 20 base hit points and plus 8 temporary hit points.
Okay, so it has
Machine
4
It has
HP
4
left.
HP left.
Okay. Okay. So it's. I think it still thinks that Bosco is a tasty snack.
Who's getting picked on? Sir Godfrey got picked on too.
But in a different way.
Shit, man.
Had regeneration, no.
Oh yeah, without
Bosco
regeneration.
does not.
It's true.
I missed the bite attack on Bosco, so it's gonna take another crit attack at the Drake. You can fuck off.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't remove the paralysis on the first one.
No.
No. This isn't like that.
So that's gonna
attack.
be another 18 points of damage.
Poof, he's gone. Poor thing.
Oh,
He's
Bye-bye.
probably not happy with me.
Poor Vathok.
Bye bye, Sabak.
how could you let this happen?
Wait, so
Doc,
was,
Doc got knocked.
was he a
I will be
astral
back.
projection or something?
We haven't heard enough.
It's like a Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Go back into the ball.
Oh my god.
But that's your turn.
He's like,
I was gonna say, so what's the idea behind your character? Yeah, he likes to travel. He's about a 12-year-old boy. He likes to travel around the world, defeating adults in like capturing animals and small objects. Huh.
Yeah, we fought Charizard.
I lost something.
Well,
Where is it?
I've lost my brain.
Ah, I found it.
oh, nice.
I found it. Great. You guys are gonna get some opportunity attacks as it flies. 60 feet up.
That's
What?
illegal.
That's not good.
well, good thing I'm gonna.
This thing is going to
How much?
smash down.
He's just gonna free fall
WWE style.
off the top.
Right
rope.
on Bosco. I'm next. Yeah, Cedric's fuck this shit. I'm out.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to get close. I was like, you know what? I'll stay at a respectable distance to heal people in case they die, but far enough away that I can't get hit.
Also, I was
Okay,
fully
we're
about to touch
to
this.
do a lot of opportunity.
How far?
attacks.
How high does it get?
60.
Okay, so it's just in range of the witch bolt. That's good.
Oh, I forgot there's a little guy on it.
Yeah.
That doesn't get taken with
did
it,
you
right?
get the putty? That's cool.
Oh my goodness.
Should I
How
adjust?
we're saying this works again? 30 feet is a normal attack,
that's
and 90 feet is at disadvantage.
What does it have right now on it?
So any
Alright,
kind
so
of
who's got the opportunity attacks? We've got Zarzaros. You used your reaction already.
I did. Yes, you're right.
Argar probably does.
Vasco has a reaction. Aragar has a reaction.
What can I do as an opportunity attack? Any action?
No.
You hit with your melee weapon.
Like a
Oh,
melee
okay.
weapon, unless you have some other specific thing you can do.
You
But
can't cast spells.
I see.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was my main question.
Warcaster, I believe.
Can't
is-
cast
right,
Warcaster
but that's the
you
exception. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't cast a spell.
I do want to
shoot
cast
an
it
arrow.
pretty bad.
Well, no, not
So
a
you
range
know
attack
which one's
because.
what it is?
Aragar, start with you. Give me your attack.
Is it guaranteed hit?
All right.
No.
Oh.
This is going to be necrotic damage if it does hit. It's a natural 1, so it doesn't hit.
Okay, Miss Vasco, you're up.
It has to be a melee attack.
Yep.
Alright. A 15 to hit.
15 does not hit. Non-missile.
Swing and
Cedric,
miss
you
with
have
the
an
dagger.
opportunity
Yes.
attack.
14?
14 misses.
Nice. Fuck
My time gets away.
Seen some mid-tier rolls over there.
Cool. Cedric, you're up.
I get the fuck out of dodge.
You think he's gonna body slam?
I fully think he's gonna body slam. I get the fuck out of dodge. I
Hide
go
in the
towards
wagon.
house.
Hide in the
Actually,
wagon.
wait. You said he's 60 feet up exactly.
Yeah.
So if I go, if I fuck off, then I'm gonna be farther than 60 feet away from him.
Yeah. Hypotenuse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so I have to be directly under. Alright, never
It'd be
mind.
directly
My spells are
underneath the
significantly light. It doesn't matter.
Oh fuck. Wait. Can I hit and then move? Can I do an action and then move
You would have to be right under him, so you'd have to move 10 feet.
towards him?
Towards him.
And then 20 feet
Yeah.
away. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move 10 feet towards him.
Cool.
So I'm like looking up at his nuts basically.
Yep. Right as it's a big lion drake nuts. Just dangling in the sky.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm gonna cast Toll of the Dead again.
Toby's nuts.
At the nuts.
You just like roll
you
on
have to
and then
roll a
you have
save
to
on
say
that.
that.
Fails.
Nice. So I roll a d8.
Indeed.
8. So I look up like Fitty and I shoot, and then the bell will go dong.
You're gonna feel these nuts on your face.
I didn't want to be the first one to hit an enemy in the dick or in the balls.
It was the cleric.
He rang the bells.
I was like, Bosco needs
He
to
rang
show
the
some
bells.
Cedric
restraint.
looks at the nuts, the bell dongs, and then the bell goes. He looks at the nuts, casts it. The bell goes boom. And if it's possible, because it just like the enemy just feels the necrotic damage. I'm aiming for the nuts, so
It definitely has that seize up moment of getting kicked in the balls. Just mid-air, it's like.
And now I
But in a
go,
more guttural sound.
and now I go 20 feet away towards that house over there.
That's as far as you can get.
Yes.
Cool. Cedric's done. Aragar, you're up.
I'm staying where I'm at so I can keep applying the witch bolt damage.
Alrighty.
Bonus action. It's going to be 3 points of lightning damage. Wee.
Also at his nuts?
There's
damage did
it's
you do?
necrotic flesh on his balls, so it's no need for lightning.
God.
It's rotting away.
No more hatchlings for you.
I'm not gonna move
fried
because if
them.
I move further away,
How
it's
much
gonna
damage did you
break.
do to him?
8.
8. Okay.
So not moving away.
Not moving away.
Okay.
I'm
Shit
staying
ton.
exactly where I'm at, and that is going to
Well,
be.
these guys are totally
What is it?
getting the
17.
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
wondering
You know what I'm gonna
why.
do? I am gonna use a. For my action, I'm going to use a readied one. If it lands down in base to base, I'm gonna whack it with the flail.
6.
You're readying a flail attack.
Attack, yeah.
Okay.
8.
And that'll be my turn.
Wow, that's good.
Nixel.
Smart thinking.
15. 9. 12. 30. 8.
Nixel's gonna. I think he's too far away. Darn it. He's
Yeah,
60
you're-
feet
you're-
in the air.
Yeah, the range on your pistol is pretty short.
Yeah, it's 90 feet. But that would be a disadvantage. Nixel's gonna fly up 30 feet.
Ooh.
Oh, alrighty.
Okay,
Oh, I'm so stupid. Why did I realized I had a spell.
No,
that could
actually, I think
hit
he'd
farther
still
than
be
6
too
feet.
far away. I
Yeah.
think
I didn't
his
know
a
That's
pistol
the spell
attack
I'm
would
gonna
still
use.
be
Oh,
too
really?
far away.
But I will
Well,
be
it
honest
would
with you,
still be a
that's
disadvantage.
also a good idea too.
You wouldn't change the disadvantage.
To who?
You can.
Are you going up?
3 people.
Nah, Nixel's staying put. He's gonna make an attack
So like every time
at
somebody rolls an
disadvantage
attack,
with his
it's
pistol.
4-2.
It's got a range of 90 feet, which I'm assuming
Yeah.
is about right.
Yep.
A nat 20 and an 18.
Ooh.
So it's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And then
It takes the
it's
average in the middle.
Oh, it's pretty good stuff.
1d10.
That is interesting.
The bullet bits are so cool.
6 plus 3.
9 points of
Yeah,
damage.
9 points of piercing damage. And then he would use his bonus action to command his boy, who is still 60 feet away, to run over towards Gax. And then it would do a
Ding! This thing.
yep.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yep, and it would emit another pulse, so it would do its D8. Sorry, bud, you only get 6 temp hit points.
Hey, I had 2 already, so I'm fine with 6.
Do they just add to our total or our current HP?
No, so in
so-
D&D Beyond,
Yeah.
there is a tab that says if you click on your hit points,
I saw that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
added it there.
It's your
But
into the
current,
temp
I'm pretty
HP.
sure.
yeah.
You just add it into your temp HP, and that's good.
Cool.
But I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's to your current, not your max.
Okay, that's what.
Yeah.
Ares.
Oh,
you're
that, sorry.
Because I was already
Alright.
injured. When I got
I
hit.
believe she's still within 80 feet, so I'm gonna have her take a shot at the lion drag from there. I believe
What's
so.
the
I know it's
distance?
diagonal, so I'm not sure how to measure.
Well,
that.
what's the difference? Oh, yeah, the distance from
So
her
that's
to
not.
the
That's
base.
going to be past 80 feet.
Oh, it will. Okay.
A square plus B
It's,
squared
it's
equals C
60
squared.
feet up, and then
And then how?
It's about 60 feet.
5 feet
Yeah.
away, give or take.
Okay,
right?
so if I was to move half the distance towards where it would be on that plane, I would probably get it within. So
Just
15
over here?
feet, yeah. 15 feet
Yeah,
forward.
that should be enough.
Okay. I'm gonna have her. She attacked last, so that means she still has Vex. So. It's going to be 18 on the dice. What?
I just did Pythagorean theorem, and you're actually within 80 feet.
Oh, okay.
You're at 76.3 feet.
Fucking math.
D&D's math rocks. That 18 on the die plus 6 is 24, so that definitely hits. Let me double check for her.
Square root of 5.
She's level 3, right? Oh, so she would get
What
2d6.
was that website coolmath.com?
Oh, I love that.
gosh.
So
Have we been shortchanging her?
yeah, I rolled. Yeah. Well, I'll fix it this time. So
Fix it to- yeah, fix it this time. Rolls.
this time was much better actually. Thank you. 14 plus.
I just like the mat.
Plus 4 is 18 piercing damage.
Ouch.
See?
18.
Alright.
14 plus 4 for her dexterity.
Jesus. This thing's a tank.
Zarzaros, you're up.
Zarzaros is gonna just beat at his shield. Come and get me! I'm gonna hold an action to hit him with a sword.
Okay. Vicious mockery.
With can I hold my divine? Do I want to do that?
You can only hold one thing. You're already holding the melee attack.
Oh.
Well, what?
Well,
Right.
with divine smite, because I
You'll be
did
able
use
to
my
add
action
that.
or
So
bonus
the
action.
divine smite you can add after you
add
hit.
it
After
do
you
your
hit,
attack.
which is really nice about paladins because you don't waste a spell slot if you miss, or if you
Right.
don't hit.
It's not like you have to charge up your sword.
Yeah.
But I can still do that even though I'm holding an action, but I'm not using my bonus action.
Yes, because divine smite is on the action, and you're not using it.
No,
You're holding
it's
the
a bonus action though.
Mine's
That
like
was
a
my
bonus
confusion
action?
the other time. So I
Could it be
use
like
my
Green
action to
Flame?
attack. If I hit, I have to expend my bonus action to divine smite.
Yep.
So when I'm holding an attack, since it's not on my turn, is my bonus action technically not there to be expended?
You could still use one now.
No, but
But my
what I
question
think.
is,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
when
it's
it
like the
gets
green
back-
flame blade dilemma that we had.
to me,
Right.
Yeah, just that would be if you're trying to channel the divine smite, then I would say don't use your bonus action.
I wasn't going to. So when it comes to it, if I hit it,
Yeah.
I would be able to expend that.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that.
Bosco.
Basu's gonna step back 30 feet back into cover.
Back still out in the open.
Yeah.
To cover behind center. Oh.
Oh
How's
yes.
that?
Oh yes,
Behind
that's perfect.
Crates.
I'm then gonna.
You have a longbow, so that
Yeah.
can go for forever.
I'm gonna draw the longbow. I'm shooting this sucker.
I was trying to see that's nuts.
And well, it's gonna be 24 to hit.
That hits.
Would I like to use Hunter's Mark too, or is that a separate? Would that be a first or a separate?
Hunter's mark is a bonus, right?
I believe
So you'd cast that first on it, mark it, and then you'd shoot it.
May I do that?
Sure. I think Hunter's mark is what, an extra D6?
Yes.
Yes. And it's like an effective, like one of the saving throws. So I'm gonna.
Gotta read the spells.
Yeah, my fault.
Of 5 of piercing damage, and then with the Hunter's Mark, it's another 6, and he's gonna have his movement reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
So how much damage was that?
I think it was 5 and 6, so level 11.
This thing is a fucking tank.
Gax, you're up. How about you roll an insight check for me?
Yeah, it works.
Ooh.
No, it doesn't. Fuck. 11.
Based on what you know about this creature from before, and the insight on what's going on now, about him going up into the sky,
Gonna
it may
dodge.
be dumb, intelligence-wise, but it still has self-preservation.
Yeah.
It's not just going to sit here and let you guys batter away at it and kill it. So it is heading out.
As Gax notices this, I will shout out to my companions. He's trying to leave. And then I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level.
Tax it more.
Yeah.
No mercy.
Go ahead.
I mean, hey, if I'm not gonna lie, if we're a level 3 party and we just kill a fucking Drake, that is so cool. I don't think we're gonna be able to.
So
personally,
you yell this out and then attack it.
Yep.
Cedric lowers his guard slightly, sees him prep a spell, and go, what?
Yeah. Come on.
Cocked.
Is it?
I say cocked.
Yeah. Fucker. 12.
Miss.
Yeah, alright.
Try to.
Yep. And then I'm going to walk. Can I get, like, directly underneath this thing?
Yeah, you could.
Yep, I'm gonna go directly underneath him.
Tell me you're about to do what I think you're about to do.
And then I'm gonna attack him again.
With what?
My bonus action.
The archer?
yeah.
Okay.
What? What
Nice
did you think
ball
I
I
was
thought you
shot.
were about to jump 60 feet.
That would be so cool.
These full lizard boys.
18 plus
Ooh, yeah.
6. So that hits. I want this one. Fucker. 5 points of radiant damage. So, from my own insights in medicine and nature and all that jazz, how is this thing looking? Like are we gonna... If this thing doesn't fly away right now, are we gonna be able to kill this thing?
It was already a little bit fucked up from what Aragar saw.
Yeah.
But it's looking definitely pretty rough at this point, and it will use its action to dash, so it will fly away and get out of range of everyone.
Damn.
Before it leaves, could I do a quick medicine check to see if I recognize that gore wound? Like, if I could understand, like, what type of beast actually did that to it.
Yeah, give me a medicine check. Yeah. The DC is kind of high simply because you didn't necessarily take a look at it up close.
Well, I got a 10, so...
Yeah, no.
Can I, based on, because I was right up on it, can I do one to, like, off of what I saw?
Well, the wound has also been all tore up by the fog.
Give me a nature check.
Me?
Yeah. Because you don't know anything about this beast.
I guess that's true. 11?
11?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing comes to mind.
Or more so it was like, how injured was it? Is what I'm looking for.
It looked pretty. It looked like a bad injury for sure.
Can I
It was
know what type?
deep gore wound.
Okay.
Gax's assumption is the boar.
Yeah.
That is Gax's assumption.
As the thing flies off into wherever, we'll take a quick break. So yeah, you guys sort of defeated this lion drake as it flew off away into the distance. Its
Like a
large
growl
roar
as it
still
fucking runs away.
real, just thundering out around it as it's flying off into the distance. You can see sort of the crowd gathering back out and sort of like clapping at you all.
Is
I
anyone hurt?
once the crowd starts to gather, I immediately start to conceal the flail.
Cool.
The spiritual weapon comes to my hand, kind of like Thor's hammer, like, zoom, and the moment it does, it dissipates.
Awesome.
For me, as soon as the crowd starts to gather, my hood goes up, and as soon as my hood goes up, the like starry form of the archer kind of like dissipates.
It's definitely a mix of like clapping, cheering, and sort of like insightful looks of like trying to determine like what's up with this crew of people.
Well, you're gonna see
This
Bosco.
mismatch of like lizard folk, halfling, a human, an elf,
We're all
a dragonborn, a fairy.
We're all in pristine condition. No one took any damage. Bosco was like, "Yeah, guys, we
Oh,
did it."
and Bosco with his wounds is just gonna take a bow.
Oh, like
Yes, that thing, that was me.
You see a couple of people throw in some silver into the mix.
Nixel acknowledges the silver, but he doesn't really like lunge for it. He's too busy taking apart his weapon again and stashing those pieces in different pockets, and then he's gonna walk over to his cannon and do the same.
Okay.
Cedric is acknowledging the silver pieces, but he's not actively going for them.
They throw in about like 13 silver.
I'm actively going through the silver.
Yeah, Cedric will take anything that happens to be left behind, but he's not actively going
I'm
for
slowly going towards it, but I'm not trying to make it known that I really need it.
I do go for it.
Cool. So yeah, I guess
Get all
give me
I don't
kind
know.
of like
it. Are you stopping him?
give me a contested investigation check to see who can find the
I'm
what?
so
The
bad.
most?
Wait, the
Dude.
silver?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not
If
going for
Nixel's not really interested, can
Got a
he just
10.
ignore
I'm
it?
using my inspiration for this.
Damn, how broke must you be?
I'm not doing great. All right,
Beat
14.
11.
So I'd say you probably find most of it. So 12 and 2.
You're a crook.
Coming from the guy that works with crooks.
Weren't you trying to get them too?
I'm no longer working with
Weren't you
crooks.
trying to
you
get the
got
silver as
fired.
well?
What?
Were you trying to get the silver as well?
Yeah, I got pushed aside by lizard folk.
Yep.
You,
I just
you
I
were
just,
in the middle of your bow. You
I
just shoved.
I just like kind of like get you with the tail, as I'm like.
Is anyone hurt?
Bosco's hurt.
Yeah, dude, I'm bleeding out.
You're not bleeding out.
Not
I see the
anymore.
dent in the helmet with
And
blood
I
trickling down.
place my hand on
Oh.
you, and what's your like full health ball?
30.
What are you at right now?
I'm at 24.
Oh, that's not
So
so bad.
6 HP.
Well, he has a temp HP, which is gonna go away.
Yeah. Does that go away in the
Does
hour,
the temp HP go away in the hour?
or is it till a long rest?
I would think the temp HP would be to a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah,
Leave us for
most,
long rest.
yeah, most temp HP still.
I'll give you 5 hit points.
Oh, so generous.
That's
Thank
why they
you.
don't stack.
Cool.
Is that 2?
So yeah,
6.
you just see a couple of the guards going over to whatever that viscera of a carcass is left over and start to sort of like drag it away and take care of it.
Cedric does a little prayer as they do this.
So when we were attacking this thing, is there any blood on the ground
Oh, yeah.
from this drag? From this drake?
It decimated that homeless dude.
No,
Oh no,
from Drake's blood.
from the drake.
Oh, the Drake's blood. Yeah, totally.
Gax is going to walk over and he's going to fill up a vial of Drake's
I
blood.
thought you
I
were
was
gonna
just
say lick
going
it.
to do this.
I thought you were gonna say lick it.
All right.
Yep.
You've got a small vial of this kind of almost shimmering dragon's blood with like it's kind of got this bronze shimmer to it.
Okay.
There's no hurt civilians, right? All the civilians are either dead or safe and away.
Just the one dead dude.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go up
dead.
to the guards, dragging him away. Where did that thing come from? Did you see? Where did the drake come from? Did you see?
These beasts live in Black Tusk Savannah.
Is that where the boars are?
Aye.
Are there many of them there? A family of them?
I'm sure there's many, but the one main one that's causing trouble is Ironhide.
That was Ironhide.
The beast that was just here? No, that was a lion drake.
Oh,
Ironhide.
I thought it was a
is
name.
different
I
beast.
no, I thought it was a name too.
Ironhide is the name of the large boar that is causing problems
Oh, so his name.
and making it unsafe to traverse the Black Tusk Savannah.
What would bring it here into the city? Or into the port?
Ironhide.
The lion drake or
Yes.
Ironhide?
The lion drake.
The lion drake.
How do you not territory? The lion drakes are typically territorial as far as I'm aware.
Do you think Ironhide could have provoked this drake into leaving the savannah and coming here out of desperation?
It's possible that the food sources are getting less and less. It's possible that that Ironhide is forcing the lion drake out. I'm not quite sure. It's not my expertise. And we don't traverse that area anymore, as we have been commanded not to by the captain.
Question. I have rations. How big are my rations? Could I have thrown my rations at the drink and then not be hungry anymore?
Probably not. You wouldn't be interested in your dry jerky.
I'm just trying to eat him. Try to eat a man.
I guess
I don't
that's
think a
true.
sandwich would have done
It was a really good sandwich.
Is there?
it. You're not you when you haven't had a human being.
I mean, us lizard folk now. So.
On
do what you
that
gotta do.
note, they're over by the body, right? Am I gonna do this? No, I'm not gonna do this. I do idle suspiciously, and then it's like, bad time.
Can I insight that?
I mean, you were talking, so
Okay.
he's not really. Yeah.
I will walk over to the body though, and Gex is gonna flip out his notebook, and I'm just gonna kind of like look at this viscera and this dead person, and like just start jotting down notes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, so this is what the inside of a halfling human, whoever just got smushed, is.
Can we tell by how much is left of him, if it's a human or
Yeah,
not?
can
The
we?
size of the limbs.
The legs, the size of the legs.
That's actually a great way. Holy shit.
Wait, repeat the question.
Can we tell what, like, race this person was? Can we tell if they're a human, halfling, dwarf, elf?
Yeah, I mean, they're human.
Oh.
Yeah. Just some homeless dude. Actually, I need you all to make perception checks.
I have something called passive perception. What is that, and does that come into play at all?
That comes into play when I need it.
Okay.
I have all of your passive perceptions here.
A 20. Damn, I rolled the wrong dice again.
I got a 22.
23.
Oh, I got a 6.
Yeah, 7.
5.
7.
16.
13.
23.
6. Alright. All of you who rolled above a 15.
Is that just me? Okay, good.
Oh, sorry.
Good.
No, I had 10, doesn't matter.
You see, looking around as you're kind of taking your notes and adjusting to the area, Bosco, you've tipped your kettle helm, and as you bring your head back up, you see on one of the roofs, a couple 100 feet away, someone was watching you during that entire fight, and then they leave.
Can I use my survival skills to track this person?
You can try.
You want me to roll for
as
it?
I see them leaving away, Gax is going to. Well, I'm going to just kind of look up at the air and say, "Follow them," and the bird will go.
Alright, give me a, both of you give me a, survival check.
Can I guidance this guy?
No, because you're still talking.
This is all
You
happening?
didn't notice all of this happen.
Wow, I don't notice him going.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, but you have no idea what he's doing.
He's doing something.
Yes, we know that.
I know he's doing something.
I rolled a
Hey,
20.
passive perception 14. I know he's doing something.
You rolled a 22?
Mm.
I also rolled a 22.
Oh damn.
Hold on, I need to roll. As so you can see that he's going off of the rooftops. You're not quite sure where he's going. It's in the direction that you had known where the Foxfire residence was, but as you continue watching and as your bird follows him, eventually he stops and continues to just sort of mingle in with the crowd. The bird actually can give me a perception check to see what this individual is.
Oh shit. Okay.
14.
They're wearing like darker colored robes, like a dark brown or a black, and they move with the grace of an elf.
Does he notice? Oh, I can't ask for him, can I?
And they are also carrying 2 scimitars.
I mean, I guess at that point when I sent the bird, I have the ability to kind of like, Gax themselves, if anybody's around and watching him, you see his eyes, the green and everything like that just go white. Like his eyes kind of roll into the back of his head a little bit.
Do we notice this?
I mean, you guys are still talking to the guard at this point.
And I'm going to be looking through the eyes of my familiar. Can I see any, like, sigils or signs or anything like that on their cloak or anything that they might be wearing or anything like that as a proper identifier instead of just brown cloak, walks like an elf?
With the 14, that's really what you get from the bird.
Then I'm just going to have Nix follow them. And if they stop into a building or anything like that, Nix is just going to circle above. And if the bird sees it leave, then the bird will follow.
Yeah, they continue to just sort of walk and mingle in with the crowd.
So, may I say something?
Yeah.
Guys, I saw there's someone on the roof. And we need to go follow him. He's suspicious. He's running away. He saw our whole fight.
You're gonna see. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna cast my cantrip, thaumaturgy. So as my eyes turn green, I say,
He's headed in the direction of the Foxfire residence. We need to go.
That's actually.
Should we follow? Do I see Gax doing his
Bosco's
whole...
booking it.
Do I see Gax with this whole white eye thing now?
Yeah,
I was
at
just
that
saying,
point you can see him
I'm
sort of
not
blinded.
responding.
Yeah.
I'm quite literally just standing there.
If we talk
Well,
to you...
I guess you see the eyes like kind of moving as well.
If we talk to you, can you hear us or no?
Nope, you can't hear
Damn.
anything,
I
yeah.
Are you
cannot
able to
hear or see anything. Well, like
Could
Obviously,
someone lead you if they grab you by the hand?
Yeah.
yeah.
You
I
can
mean,
feel,
yeah.
but you can't hear.
All
or
right.
Can't
see.
hear.
I'm going to grab one of your hands
as,
and I'm having you lead as we're
I've-
following Bosco.
We've
soon as-
seen his bird before. Can I do a memory check or something like that to like, he's cast something with his bird. Follow the bird. Like look for the bird.
anyways, so as soon as
yeah.
you touch me,
no check.
I
needed.
come
You
back.
know that, okay.
Yeah, it's a familiar. I know exactly what it is.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, it's my face.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
With that in mind, does Nixel know exactly how far away from the raised roof we are?
About half a mile.
Is that the same direction that the other dude was running?
No.
They're in opposite direction?
Yeah.
Nixel would probably split off
And he
go
wasn't
to the raised
necessarily
roof.
running. He was just moving quickly.
Yeah, Nixel would split off and head to the raised roof.
Okay.
I wish you'd join us on something. You would, ooh, let me go
So,
off.
wait, you're back now from your familiar?
Yep. Yeah. So pretty much, so like how it works is within 100 feet, my familiar will pretty much respond to any command that I give it, like telepathically. After 100 feet, it will follow the last command, and the only command that I give it was follow that man.
Does Cedric know all this? Does Cedric know that he saw through the bird's eyes?
Give me an Arcana check.
9.
I mean, you've seen him use this skill once before. He's obviously doing something with this bird. You're not quite sure the nature or whatever's going on with it and how he sees or interacts with this thing.
Well, I'm just gonna ask point blank. Did you see who it was?
I didn't see their face, but they were wearing a dark brown cloak. They walked gracefully like an elf, and they carried 2 scimitars.
Did you notice any earrings?
Did you drop the?
Yeah, I dropped it,
Okay.
but the bird is just following.
It's
them.
just following. You told it to.
Yeah. I mean, I guess at that point I probably would like go back into the bird's eyes. I put my hand on your shoulder, Argar, just so that you know that I can't see anything, but you can lead me. Is the person still like walking through the crowds and stuff like that, like making their way through?
Yeah.
Can I? Would I be able to like place Nyx in a either perching on something farther ahead of this character or anything like that to be able to just get a glimpse at their face or if they're wearing earrings?
Yeah. Fly up ahead. Yeah. Using the same roll, as you fly up above it, you can see that they do have a specific earring with like this kind of like crescent moon on it, and that the face itself is rather pale.
I don't think a full-on assault of this man, whoever this was that was watching us, is a good idea.
I'm not saying that's what we do. I just want to identify if they may or may not be someone that we're interested in.
Well, our friend is running away.
I'm also following him. Just so
I
you
thought
know.
he was holding on to you.
Yeah, well,
We're all
I'm dragging
walking.
him along.
Oh, you're dragging him?
Not literally
No,
dragging him,
yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
pulling
but-
him along.
Yeah,
So
he's
Could
kind of
it
like
be-
hurried, like rushing, like pulling him along.
Description of Kieran Agravar, the chess player.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because Cedric knows what this earring would look like, right? If you explain it to me. And what it would mean.
Oh. Huh, I can actually cast spells through my familiar. I forgot about that. But Gax just explains to you what he saw.
And
I saw they were wearing a crescent moon earring, and they had a fairly pale face.
and this matches the earring type of the Grey Withers. Okay, then I relate to, as we're all chasing Bosco down, I say the earring is a denotion of being a part of the Grey Withers. So this man has some interest in us. I would not be surprised if they either had something to do with the attack, or if they took the opportunity to scope us out and know that we're on their tail.
Give me another perception check for the bird.
Sure.
Nyx.
Nyx. 12.
12. Okay.
Wait, does he? Are you going back to the bird for this?
No.
No,
is
this is just the bird off on
Oh, okay.
off on its own.
So, with the 12 perception check, the man is walking through the crowd, but he does grace past a couple of people, but you can't see. You see his hands moving, but you can't quite see what he's doing with them.
Okay. So he's either pickpocketing or
He's
passing
doing
things
something,
off. Yeah. I guess I just kind of lead the way as I'm just
So
following
you
the.
guys are tracking this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say confronting them, right? But just following.
Yeah.
As you guys walk a couple hundred feet from the bird's eye, from Nyx's point of view, you see him pick up the pace a little bit and eventually duck into a corner. And we're going to do another contested check. 19. You are able to keep up with this, and you see him sort of like sit down and from his pocket he pulls what looks to be a purple gem that's got like crystallization all on the outside of it, giving this kind of like foggy look to it.
How big is this gem?
About that big.
And
And
is
it's
he
like a little bit elongated.
Yeah. Is he clutching it or is he like holding it? Or
Yeah, no, he's holding it with like his 2 fingers, and he's just sort of like, he puts it to his chest and just starts to talk.
okay.
And then it stops.
All right. Can I?
Starts to put it back away
Yeah.
into his pocket.
So as he starts to do that, if he's holding it in like a fairly loose position, can I have Nyx try and steal it, fly down and grab it and fly away?
Yeah, go ahead and try.
So what? Actually, no. Sorry. Instead of doing that, with the what was my perception check?
12.
No,
14.
no. To when he went into the corner to like.
Oh, 19.
19. Would you say that I heard him talk, like the voice, I guess, of this person?
Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear through them.
Yeah, I would say with a 19 you definitely could. So hold on. Give me a stealth check for the bird.
Yeah. That'd be Dex. Good, nat 1.
Instantly
Nat 1
Yeah.
on stealth.
Yep.
on the track.
Um,
yeah, I didn't think
He notices the bird kind of approaching, and the last thing that you can hear from it is the bird's following me. Got to go.
As soon as I hear the bird is following me, how far away would you say we are?
You guys have been tracking him, but like there's a decent amount of space. There's like 500, 600 feet.
Have we
between
been
you
getting
guys.
closer?
Okay.
I mean, you've been generally,
Closing the distance?
yeah, but not too much.
I think the bird would do this
You
on
have
its
to walk in
own.
between all the crowds.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
stuff,
it's a
and you're
lot
large
easier to
group.
travel as an individual than a large group.
Yeah. I think the bird would do this on its own, especially since Gax has a fairly like fucked sense of humor. The bird is going to mimic what he just said. It's going to say, "The bird is following me. The bird is following me. The bird is following me," and it's just going to mimic what he just said constantly back to him. And he needs to roll a wisdom check. Insight. Wisdom insight check, sorry.
Wisdom insight.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember his stat block now. 10.
10? Dang, he just hit it. He knows the bird is mimicking him. He knows the bird knows how he sounds and how he talks and all that type of stuff. So the bird is just mimicking what he said.
At which point you see him sort of like look towards the bird, analyze it. He gets up off or out of this corner and starts to like mingle in once more with the crowd.
Bird's gonna follow him.
You see him sort of like eye in 2 different places with your 19 perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see him eye in 2 separate places as from out of one of the corners, an arrow is loosed on it.
Okay.
Hope it dodges the arrow. It's this thing.
It's a
is-
small bird.
It's a 19 to hit.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Oh.
It's going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
as soon as the bird is hit, it just goes.
Cool.
Yeah. Did I see where? Because you said he looked in 2 different directions. With the 19 perception, did I see like those? Like if the bird would look both those ways, would I see people there?
With the 19, yeah, you'd see people there. The last thing that you would have seen is the arrow being loosed, and then your vision comes back to you.
Okay.
You had to find a way to shake that bird.
Coming back.
Do you feel the pain of the bird?
No.
And the archer that was around was wielding what looked to be some sort of elven bow.
Yeah.
So definitely a contact
Yeah.
that is also roaming the streets.
There's more than just him here. In the sense of fighters, maybe? I don't know. But when my bird was following him, he spotted it, and he glanced in 2 different directions, and then the bird was taken out by somebody with an elven bow.
That's why we need to be more careful.
Is
This
Bosco
house is well established. There's a reason she wants to pay us so much money to find this information. We have to be more discreet.
Yeah, is Bosco still running at them?
I think I'm out of range to have heard what Gax is saying.
So is that a yes?
Can I sprint after him, drag him back to the roof?
Your problem, Bosco, is that you only saw him on the rooftops, and so you started running that way. You have no idea where he went from there.
True.
Oh, wait, so then does that mean that we completely lost him?
Other than the bird, you were following your bird.
Yeah.
That's how you were gaining any sort of distance on this guy.
Yeah.
Bosco just started running towards where he knew that he was going, and then got lost in the crowd and was unable to find him from there.
If I know that Bosco's ahead of me, I'm just going to point my hand out, cast message. Wait for us there. He has more people with him. It might be too dangerous.
Can I respond?
Yeah, it's like 25 words.
It's those Grey Withers. They're going to the Foxfire home.
I can't respond back to that. That's all that I heard. I guess I'll send another message. We know, but they are too well connected right now. We need to come back at a more opportune time. Instead of in the middle of the day. Right? It's at midday?
Ooh,
Midnight?
Yeah,
I
it's
like
about
that.
midnight.
Okay.
Come back at night. But I'll stop. I'll turn around. I like kicking in the door at night a lot better than doing
Everybody on
Fair
the ground!
rip him.
Everybody on the ground!
Bosco's voice.
Take
Oh my God.
Foxfire hostage in his sleep, like pull him out of bed and drag him out, like put the pillow over his head and drag him out of the room.
Oh my God. Wait. Bosco would be the best interrogator ever.
I'll use my
Good cop or bad
No,
cop?
I'll use my
Confusing cops.
A confusing cop.
I'll use my booming voice. They would be absolutely terrified.
Thaumaturgy.
God.
Yeah.
We just lock him in a room and Bosco sings Taylor Swift for 28 hours.
Okay, I'll tell you everything.
As the party is discussing the next course of action in the afternoon, real quick, I want to go over to Nixel. What are your plans for the raised roof?
Nixel walks in and he's scanning the area, particularly the corner with the gentleman named Kieran Agrivar.
Mm-hmm.
Kieran or Kieran?
Kieran.
Kieran Agrivar. Is he there?
Let me find out. He's sitting in his usual spot.
God damn it.
I thought we were on to
Nixel walks
something.
over to Kieran and he says, "We played your game. How about we play a game of mine?"
wants a rematch.
What's your game?
Checkers.
Please, sit down.
Nixel takes out a gear and sits down, or rather stands up in the chair that is human size, as if he sat down, he wouldn't be able to see over the table. And he flicks this gear to Kiernan. And immediately as he flicks it, this strange, like, it's hard to explain, but it's like a ticking noise just starts playing from the gear. Out loud. It's audible within 10 feet, but it just starts playing as Nixel flicks that in the air over to Kieran. And he says, "You tell me how I do that, and I'll give you some information. If you can't, I want some information from you."
I think you owe me information from your loss the other night.
I mean, we're not there, so.
Exactly.
Nixel's taken aback. He's like,
Do you know the group of people? Or are you not their friends?
"I thought I gave you this information the other night."
I'm curious about one particular individual. Care to make some money? I'll give you 5 gold. You tell me the name of that female you were with the other night. First and last name. I have my suspicions, but I need confirmation. So, what is it? Are you alright?
Nixel would take a moment and say, I'm just trying to think of a name, sorry.
Three, 2, 1.
Aries Sunbeam.
Sunbeam. You expect me to believe that a moon elf has the last name Sunbeam? Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Worst last name possible.
This was a sunrise, the opposite of Feldman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're lucky you didn't ask Gax. Gax had no idea what her name was.
That's what I said.
Argar would have not cared to know her name.
Yeah.
Actually, would you have known her for like her real last name? Did she say that? Did she
No,
ever say
probably
It's
not.
Moon. Yeah, she's.
But did she
Probably
say it in the
I
in
don't
their
think
meeting
she
in the
did.
tavern?
No.
I think she only said Aries.
Yeah.
I don't think you have
What'd you
that name
roll?
to give.
No. Sunbeam.
Persuasion. An 11.
11.
Yeah.
Let's say the thing I said. Yeah, he rolled a nat 20.
Oh, God.
Oh, there it is.
That's not her name. Possibly the first one.
Far from it for me to know her last name, which she didn't share. Just a guess.
Fair enough. Now, about this little game of yours. I don't know what you're trying to prove, That you're smarter than I am?
Just tell me how I made that ticking noise.
Some range of magic.
A little more specific, please.
Look, I can see you're of Fey nature. I'm sure you are gifted in many things when it comes to the arcane arts. It seems you're dealing with cogs and metalwork. Do you fancy science?
Of a sort, you could say.
Well, then I have an opportunity for you, if you care.
I'm listening.
I'm looking to acquire some lavrosite.
Everybody wants this.
There's a fourth reason.
Do you know what that is?
Of course.
Excellent. There's some across the Black Tusk Savannah, but obviously Ironhide has been causing some problems. The Great Dire Boar. Now, I saw you come in with that party. Potentially, would you be able to acquire them to assist?
Curious that you're asking me.
I can pay.
You could just ask the Grey Withers instead.
Oh.
Damn.
Give me an insight check.
Ooh, yeah, baby. That's what we like. Where is it? 17.
I suppose the name Grey Wither carries some weight to it, but that's strictly political weight. You can see in his eyes that he's definitely wanting to keep this information hidden, but you kind of see through that, and that they obviously have their own methods of force. And it's possible that he could be trying to get you and your party killed. Unsuspiciously.
Man, I wish I was there. Read him like a book. The only thing we can do.
No.
How much lavrosite and how much are you willing to pay?
A pound of lavrosite for 1,000 gold. Each.
There's some high-rolling characters, my goodness.
Screw Macy's Shadow Mouse.
Well, that's 500 per. That's technically more.
No, but the big issue is that we have no idea who this guy is. We, you just found out that he wants us dead.
And I have been looking for him.
Each
all
pound,
morning.
1,000 gold. You'll need mining tools.
You need not tell me what I already know.
Fair enough.
Nixel pushes a little further, and he says, "And you're interested in this lavrosite for?"
That's for me to know, and you to just go get. Are we clear?
We're clear, and
Or
he
will we
holds
have
up.
some trouble?
And we're clear, and he holds up his hand as like a, "Give me back my gear, bitch." And the ticking stops as he puts puts the gear back in. It jingles around a little bit, and Nixel turns around and walks back out, and he's going to go try and find his friends.
As you're walking out, he says, "You know, you should show that trick to the kobolds. Cool party trick. They might like such a simple trick."
I always appreciate your company, Kieran.
Toodaloo. We're gonna end right there.
Perfect.
Thank you everyone for joining. We'll see you next week.